said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
What if we said a bank is...
For over 70 years. Doing field work is always easier with some good tunes playing by your side. That's why this week Grossenberg Implement is saving you 8% on all cab and fender mount radios. You put in long days in the field, so why fight an old radio that needs vice grips to tune in your favorite station because the button fell off last year? Come into any of Grossenberg's 8 locations this week and save 8% on all cab and fender radios. Find them in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, or online at Grossenberg.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Quarter Station and the Crossing. The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities, from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
DMC Wear Parts is a proud South Dakota business providing high-quality wear parts for all makes and models of heavy equipment. We quote you direct from multiple manufacturers, cutting out the middleman and getting you better prices than the large dealers. We specialize in cutting edges for motor graders, loaders, snowplows, and more. We offer complete undercarriages for dozers, excavators, pavers, and skid steers, including rubber tracks. Click to visit dmcwearparts.com or call or text 605-840-8082.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email Scott at LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
At DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
The Pierre Fire Department has a strong and proud history of volunteering for our community since 1881. We have some great men and women who are serving our community, and we are always looking for more quality volunteers. No experience is necessary, as we provide training locally. If you are looking for the next adventure and an opportunity to serve your community, volunteer today. It's as easy as calling 605-773-7401 to get started.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Orthopedics, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency. Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by the Pierre Area Chamber of Commerce, First Dakota National Bank, Fisher Rounds & Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Winds Dakota Mart, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the May Adam Law Firm, Kathy's Sun and Shine Properties, Gators Pizza, Pasta, and Sons, Pierre Regional Airport, Wagner Auto, and Bauman Lumber. Governor Basketball is also brought to you in part by Ferding Electric. These special in-game sponsors help bring you Governor Basketball.
Becky Potsova State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wideman Associates, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service.
Now, here, Governor Basketball.
And a good Saturday afternoon, and once again, welcome back to the Sioux Falls Jefferson High School. Everybody, Brian Oakland here with game number 2 of our SoDak 16 doubleheader, so to speak, as the Governor girls and boys both matched up against Sioux Falls Jefferson here with a trip on the line to head to the state basketball tournament. Didn't go so well for the girls last night. The Governors were beaten 52-38 by the 8th seed Sioux Falls Jefferson. Boys who are coming off of a couple of losses. One against Jefferson, 64-54 last Tuesday at Riggs High Gym in Pierre, and of course an 8-point loss at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, top ranked last Saturday. Playing pretty well in the last 6 quarters at least, hoping to see more of that today. Maybe they can come in here and pull the upset this time around against the Jefferson Cavaliers. With Caleb Brozick outside, who'll be running camera for us today through Live Ticket. We live stream through drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page, and along with Heather Williams in studio, keeping us up and running. Good to have you here on this Saturday afternoon. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. We're looking forward to it, and we once again have a lot to talk about in the pregame show. We'll come up with that. This pregame is brought to you by the folks at the Becky Potsova State Farm Insurance Agency in Pierre. We'll take a look around the state, see what the SoDak 16 looks like. Some games are already in progress, and we've got a pretty exciting game going on the eastern part of Sioux Falls as Washington and Watertown, the 3 and the 14 seeds, went to overtime. Washington pulling ahead just a little bit, it looks like. We'll check scores, updates, and we'll set you up perhaps a little bit later on. The state tournament is going to be a couple of weekends yet away, as the girls' tournament's next weekend and the boys' tournament's 2 weekends to follow. As again, all of that coming up. Of course, coaches' conversations, keys to success, starting lineups, and more. And the Becky Potsova State Farm pregame show, which begins in 3 minutes, as you're listening to Pierre Governor Postseason Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $885. The team at Potsova State Farm in Pierre and Gregory are ready to help you combine home and auto and save. Call 224-4173 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on 2019 National Survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported saving by switching to State Farm.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
It's celebration time at Beck Motor Company in Pierre. We are working hard to get new, fresh inventory in daily. And with any vehicle purchase, roll the giant dice and take home gift certificates to local businesses. We appreciate you and want to help you find your next vehicle. Beck-Motors.com, 224-5912.
We're making a great deal better. Oh, every day. We're making a great deal better.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Oakland, the voice of the Pierre Governors on River 92.7. You know, the men and women at the Hughes County Sheriff's Office know a great team when they see one. Long hours, hard work, determination. The Govs have it, and we're proud to support them. If you want to know more about our 361 team and how you can be a part of it, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff's tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office says, Go Govs! Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Jefferson High, and welcome to our Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth. That's where we'll be originating our coverage of Governors SoDak 16 basketball from here today. The men and women of the Hughes County Sheriff's Office and all first responders deserve our thanks, and we give that to them for all they do and for giving us a place to broadcast from. You'll get a good look at our angle at the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth with the video stream available at drgnews.com. Quick check at scores. We'll give you the girls' scores from last night. Set up the state tournament a little bit later on, but Sioux Falls, Washington has beaten Watertown in overtime 70-63. Watertown hit a 3 in the final seconds of regulation to force overtime, as they played very well as a 14 seed, but Washington moves on into the state tournament. They will face the winner of this game, Sioux Falls, Jefferson, and Pierre, in the first round of the state tournament. Meanwhile, in the other half of the bracket, Harrisburg plays Spearfish at 4 o'clock today in Harrisburg. Mitchell is hosting Rapid City Stevens at 5 o'clock in the Corn Palace. A couple of other games are underway. O'Gorman, the 2 seed, leads at home against Huron 31-16. That game is at halftime. They're matched up against Sioux Falls, Lincoln, and Brandon Valley, who will tip it off here at 3 o'clock at Lincoln High. Up in Aberdeen, Yankton has a 22-16 lead at halftime. The 9 seed Bucks on top of the 8 seed Aberdeen Central. And again, Yankton leading by 6 at the half. Top-seeded Sioux Falls Roosevelt hosting Sturgis in a game that is slated to start at 5 o'clock. That is what we've got for the schedule of the SoDak 16 games for the boys. And again, we'll talk about the girls in just a little bit. 15-minute countdown is underway. We'll talk about keys to success and coaches' conversations coming up shortly, beginning with Brianna Kusler. And we've got a chat with Tim Reck of Sioux Falls Jefferson coming up. But before we get to that, we remind you on behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, snow means slow. Slow down and drive for the conditions in the wintertime, and certainly today could end up being one of those days from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Keys to Success are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Here we go in Keys to Success and the Governors in SoDak 16. Their head coach, Brianna Kusler, off of a season we'd call up and down, I think, Coach, but still a 9-11 campaign. You had a lot of great moments, had a lot of disappointment, I think, at times, but the momentum that you gained coming into the SoDak 16 off of a loss at Roosevelt, but still what we called a pretty well-played game, gives you some promise coming into this one, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, and we carried that momentum into this week of practice, and the boys have been competing really hard and doing a lot of really quality things. The areas of emphasis have been offensive execution, and that's what it's been for a long time, but now it feels like we're gelling a lot more than we had been, and they're playing with a lot of confidence because they should be playing with confidence. It's something that we've been preaching since day one, and feels like now we're kind of getting our mojo back.
It was 11 days ago. Jefferson comes to Pierre. They beat you by 10 points in a game where I think the major issue, getting back on defense, is such a fixable problem. You hope that if that's turned around here today, you're looking at really good things.
Absolutely. I mean, they're a very athletic bunch. They like to release in transition. We know that. So we've got our halfback, fullback in transition. You'll see very similar characteristics that you saw last Saturday at Roosevelt, and I thought that we handled them really well. So very similar plan of attack as far as containing them in defensive transition, or our defensive transition, and then we want to make sure that we're forcing them to play defense. They don't have a super deep bench, so they play their 5 main guys quite a bit, and then a couple guys off of the bench, but we want to force them to be tired and have to defend us in both the full court and the half court, but definitely that defensive transition for us has been something that we've really been emphasizing as of late, and we needed to make a change.
You played a lot better in the second half of that Tuesday night last week.
Yeah, I don't feel like it seems like forever ago, if I'm being honest, but I think the reason because of that is we were a night and day difference that come that next Saturday, and that's something that we've kind of, not that we didn't talk about Jefferson a ton, but we were more focused on the really good things that we did at Roosevelt and continuing to do those things coming into today.
And that started with a really good start at Roosevelt, and I think obviously you want to play better in the first half here today. Getting a good start will help you settle in, and let's hope to see that today.
Yeah, one of the things we just talked about in the locker room, settling in but not settling. This gym is going to get loud. We know that. It's a great environment. It resembles a state tournament, and these boys deserve to go to a state tournament. So we've got to make sure, though, that we are taking care of the basketball, and that starts, though, on the defensive end of things, and that's really what you saw at Roosevelt was our defense playing into our offense.
The boys got in here last night. We're able to see it. What was a tough game for the girls, and if history repeats itself from one night to the next afternoon, I mean, there's going to be some things that you're still going to really have to be maybe ready to adjust for.
Yep, absolutely, and that's something that the teams that adjust the best are the ones that come out on top, so we'll be definitely looking to do that tonight.
All right, so again, with them, you're looking at maybe 1 or 2, especially players that you have to keep a handle on. Caden Year, very good player, both ends of the floor. Griffin Wilde got a lot of the speed game going for them last week, but I think it all begins for the Governors in taking care of the basketball.
Absolutely, yep. We've got to make sure that we're containing both Ashley and Wilde in transition and in the half court, and then also making it difficult for Year and not just giving him any easy looks, because he is a very quality player. But then it really starts with us, and we got to get back to focusing on our side of the game, using our defense to play into our offense, looking to push the tempo, pushing with patience, and then rebounding. That's always been a key of ours, and we've got to make sure that we win the boards.
Coach, go play well, all right?
Yes, thank you.
Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, with Coach's comments and her keys to success. They're brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. The Governors one win away, obviously, from the state basketball tournament, but so too are the Jefferson Cavaliers, and we'll talk to their head coach, Tim Reck, of the Cavs after this from Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marceau of Central Dakota Eye Care. Yearly comprehensive eye exams are key in detecting eye conditions before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 to schedule an appointment. New patients always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in today's game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
All right, with more keys to success, we're with Tim Reck, the head coach of the Jefferson Cavaliers, off of a fine season, coach for the first year of the program, so to speak. But 12-8, you guys had a really good finish. We saw you last week. I thought you played pretty well, and it certainly looked like you played well against Saturday in a win to finish the regular season against Aberdeen Central.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we thought we played really well at the end of the season. We had a little hiccup just before we went to Pierre against Lincoln and Washington, and we got things squared away, and I thought, yeah, we ended our season the way we wanted it.
You know, I look at your schedule, and it kind of scares me that you're 9-0 against the ESD teams. I don't know if you looked at it that closely. Obviously, there is a little bit of a difference in the Metro game this season compared to the ESD game, but what does that say about where you are at this time of the year?
It just means we played well when we had to. I mean, I haven't looked at it. You're the first one to mention it to me about that, so you know that kind of makes me feel good, but I also know that to do that you got to play in some really, really tough venues, and you got to play really well to make that happen.
Well, you did that last week against Pierre, a team that has that ability, but you guys had that transition game going so well. They kind of picked things up in the second half. What are your biggest concerns tonight?
Well, we know they're probably going to try and stop our transition, so we got to make sure that we get out on transition when we can. Don't try and force things too much. Take what they give us. We know that we kind of got out quick on them the first time, and that's not going to be the same tonight.
You play a game, play a team the second time around, especially so close to time-wise, but I don't know that you can really expect everything to go exactly the same. No doubt about that.
I don't expect it to go the same at all. I know that they're very well coached, and they got some athletes on that team, and they'll be ready for us, and so we put a couple wrinkles in, and we'll see if that helps anything, but yeah, we know we're going to have to play well to win tonight.
Yeah, things that you want to improve this time around?
We didn't shoot free throws very well last time, so that's something we got to make sure we do better tonight.
Yeah, and free throw shooting definitely was a part of that game, I thought, and I think even Pierre didn't shoot that well either, so whoever does a better job in the fundamentals is probably the team that comes out on top.
I would agree 100%. We always tell our guys there's two things that are gonna win games. It's rebounding and free throws at the end of a game.
There's no rookies left out there, is there?
No, there's no hidden secrets out there anymore.
Yeah, everybody's got chemistry. What other keys to success do you have tonight?
We got to make sure we guard their best players to the best of our ability. I mean, Keenholz, he can go off at any time, and it's one of those things where we might hold him down for a quarter, but we're just waiting for him to get going, so we got to make sure we take care of him and just rebound like crazy and see what we can do.
Coach, we're looking forward to it. Good luck tonight, all right?
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And our second chat with Tim Reck in the last 11 days as his coach's comments and keys to success are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Governors back to the locker room. The Cavaliers are out to warm up once again. Let's take a 2-minute break, and our starting lineups are coming up as we bring you the SoDak 16, number 6 versus number 11 on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Hey, DQ fans, when was the last time you ordered the crispy classic chicken strips or the juicy rotisserie-style chicken bites? Both baskets are sumptuous, tender, and paired with Texas toast and golden French fries. With options this good, either choice is the perfect choice. Enjoy your favorite chicken basket today at DQ. Happy tastes good. There's one place to watch Pierre Governors sports online, and that's liveticket.tv. Gold Gloves Live is where you can find Pierre Governors Sports Online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all of the sponsors that help make sure that it's all brought to you for free. And if you'd like to sponsor Pierre Governors Sports, just call Live Ticket at 833-605-LIVE. That's 833-605-LIVE. Pierre Governors Sports. Watch them online with Live Tickets.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
At Sioux Falls, Jefferson. Good to have you here on a Saturday afternoon. Hope the weather turns out, but right now all attention on the basketball on the floor here at Jefferson High School. As we take a look at the starting lineups in this one, starters are brought to you by the folks at Envirotech in Pierre. Of course, the Governors will continue with the same starting five. Jacob Mayer, the 5'11 junior. Matthew Hansen, the 6'4 senior shooter. Lincoln Keenholz, the do-everything 6'3" guard, along with Jackson Edmond, the 6'7 junior in the middle, and Christian Bush also playing the post at 6'4 and the junior. The Governors are 9-11 on the season, the 11 seed in the SoDak 16. Head coach Brianna Kusler, assisted by Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, Lonnie Heyer, and Daniel Traversy. Starting lineups for the Jefferson Cavaliers, the new kids on the block, the number 6 seed with a 12-8 record. They'll use the same starting five as they had 11 nights ago in Pierre, with Talon Ashley, a good one at the point, a 6-foot junior. Griffin Wilde made a lot of plays in the speed game last week, a 6'2" junior. Also Bo Giblin, a junior at 6 feet even. The forwards are good ones too. Mason Riley, a 6'5" junior, but the one to watch will be Caden Year, a 6'6" junior. He scored 20 points in the win for Jefferson last week, and he'll try to lead the way this year as well. Ashley, Wilde, and Giblin are the guards. Riley and Year are the forwards as the starting five there for Sioux Falls Jefferson. And their head coach, Tim Reck, assisted by Tanner Hilbrands, Jalen Snaza, and Josh Thomas. And we mentioned Jefferson in their 12-8 record, actually 9-0 against ESD teams this year. Governors try to break that string, hopefully with an upset win here today. Starting lineups are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. We'll talk about game officials after we give you a 2-minute timeout, and we're back with more of our pregame show. Pierre Governor postseason basketball on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Envirotech in Pierre is seeking a route driver with or without CDL certification. Training will be provided. Earn a $7,500 sign-on bonus, $17 to $19 an hour, or depending on experience. Full benefits after 60 days. Envirotech has been servicing the area for 30 years and are looking for someone to join their team. If you are energetic, self-directed, and looking for a great long-term place to be, call Envirotech at 224-4804 today or go to wasteconnections.com employment tab to apply. Envirotech has you covered.
Finances, retirement, and investments can all be confusing. Even though we have access to an infinite amount of information, often there is a disconnect between what we should do and what we are actually doing. That's why at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, our team has devoted over 35 years to bringing clear advice about reaching financial independence. The information you need and how to apply it is as simple as calling Scott and I at 224-5959 or visit rankygray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial Member FIN recipient. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
You have a lot of expenses to juggle as a business owner. Worrying about health insurance for your employees shouldn't be one. Avera Health Plans could save your business up to 30% on health insurance costs without compromising your employees' benefits. You get access to a large network of providers and specialists, as well as 24/7 virtual provider visits with Avera Now. Now that's a deal. We make getting a quote and switching employer plans easy. Call your agent or get a quote at averahealthplans.com/save.
Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre makes it easy when looking for a new vehicle. They get all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Check out new and used specials for additional info at gatewayfordtoyota.com. Nobody, and I mean nobody, beats a Gateway deal. Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue, Pierre.
With more and more people being at home, chances are you'll access a social media site to stay in touch with family and friends. Before you do this, please check your privacy settings to ensure you're being the safest you can be. For step-by-step instructions on how to check and change your privacy settings for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and the like, go to consumer.sd.gov. With questions, contact South Dakota Consumer Protection Division, 1-800-300-1986, or email consumerhelp@state.sd.us.
Back at Jefferson High School, the new school, which is out on Marion Road in the northwestern part of Sioux Falls, as we've got a window right behind us that is facing the north. And just before we had that national anthem break here, the rain that had been falling had turned into snow pellets, and they were just beating against that window all of a sudden. So, it's that winter weather advisory is becoming a real thing now, especially through the southern tier of South Dakota. Getting home could be a little bit of an issue today, but let's worry about the game on the floor here for the next hour and a half to 2 hours, shall we? You just heard from the South Dakota Attorney General's office, their Division of Consumer Protection. They give us our law on the court tonight and this afternoon. In our law on the court, our game officials who are assigned by and licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate this postseason basketball game. Today's game officials are Nick Amon, Jerry Beers, and Scott Mack, a veteran crew. And again, thanks to them for doing their job, doing what they do on the court and officiating high school sports, which can certainly be a bit of a thankless job. Nick Amon, Jerry Beers, Scott Mack, the law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's office. Jefferson and Pierre for the second day in a row. Last night it was the Jefferson Cavaliers avenging a preseason loss to the Pierre Governors, which was, of course, Tuesday night last week. Pierre won that game 43-40. But last night Jefferson picked up their defense, and they were able to get a lot of transition baskets, a lot like the Jefferson boys were able to do against the Governor boys Tuesday night of last week at Riggs High Gym. Let's maybe see if the Governor boys can turn the tide like the Jefferson girls did last night and avenge their preseason or regular season loss to these Cavaliers as tip-off is coming up. Speaking of the girls' games last night, in addition to the Jefferson win over Pierre 52-38, Sioux Falls, Washington defeated Roosevelt 83-62. O'Gorman over Yankton 50-25. Lincoln beating Mitchell 43-38. Out west, Rapid City Stevens got a 56-32 win over Brookings, and Rapid City Central 56-20 over Watertown. Then Brandon Valley defeated Spearfish 45-33, and Huron was knocked off by Harrisburg. The only upset, according to the seedings last night, had Harrisburg winning at Huron 51-43. Harrisburg got a decent halftime lead. Huron came from behind and took a lead. But as we understand, Harrisburg ended that game on a 13-3 run, so they were down 40-38, but they win it 51-43. So the first round of the state AA girls basketball tournament in Rapid City next week has number 1 Sioux Falls, Washington taking on number 8 Jefferson. That'll be followed by the Rapid City matchup, number 4 Stevens against number 5 Central. Then, in the evening session, O'Gorman, the 2 seed, will take on Sioux Falls Lincoln, and number 3 Brandon Valley goes up against number 11 Harrisburg in the final matchup of that first round. That's what's happening there. Once again, one game in the books in boys basketball already. Sioux Falls, Washington in overtime defeated Watertown 70-63. O'Gorman had a 15-point lead over Huron at halftime. Yankton leading by 6 at Aberdeen at the break. Every other game starting at least at 3 o'clock when we do, or a little bit later. And we'll keep you updated on those. Let's take a final 1-minute timeout to close off our Becky Potsdam State Farm pregame show. The opening tip coming up with the Governors and the Cavaliers next on River 92.7.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Comtech has your technology solution. Check out their showroom in Pierre, located conveniently behind Walmart, and see what you have been missing. There's a large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunications systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. They wish the Pierre Governors best of luck at Comtech. Come see what you have been missing.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls Jefferson High School. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. We're about to jump center. The opening tip is brought to you by Comtech, Communication and Electronic Services in Pierre. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, reminding us buzz driving is drunk driving. This is Pierre Governor postseason basketball and your official voice to the Governors. River 92.7 KGFX FM Pierre, a member of DRG Media Group. It's Jefferson controlling the opening tip as they'll head from right to left. Here we're set up in the corner, same spot we were last night. Looking for three is Taylon Ashley, left side top of the key, and that won't go. Off the mark, Lincoln Keenholz down with the Governor rebound, and the Governors will take their first possession in road black today with the green numbers, white trim. Backside, lob pass. Jackson Edmond comes down with it on the left block. He'll kick out. Jacob Mayer, the senior, puts the Governors on the board with a three ball. From the left side, Mayer spotted up and calmly hits it. And the Governors strike first at 3-0. Up ahead is Sioux Falls Jefferson. Unable to break the pressure of the Governors. And again, transition baskets. There were times the Governors got beat down the floor after made baskets last week. Here's a block and a takeaway by Edmond, but his outlet is taken back by the Cavaliers. Now a little jumper at the free throw line up no good. And Christian Bush has the rebound. Governors dodge a bullet there. So Pierre with a 3-0 lead, looking to double that as Mayer wanted another one from the right side after hitting toward the shoulder and put a defender on the floor. They may have tried to sell that a little bit, but so far, big change from last night's game. They didn't let him play last night. Governors had 6 early fouls in that game. So far, nothing here as Mason Riley airballs a jump hook. Bush down with a catch on the fly. Governors up ahead. Keenholz misses, but there's Edmond to clean it up and put it back home. Keenholz couldn't quite reach the finger roll. Now up ahead quickly, and we do have a foul here. The miss of the layup kept alive by Riley, and he may have gotten pushed out of bounds, and that's what's going to be the call as the Governors are out to a 5-0 lead. First foul for the Governors is on Christian Bush. The inbound comes to the corner and a 3-ball hit by Griffin Wilde. Up and in. Jefferson on the board for the first time. That one hit from the left corner. Keenholz to set it up to Mayer. Now Edmond. He's going to be given the space, looking for the answer, and he will put it home. Jackson Edmond from the right side. Give him the time and the space to spot up, and he'll put him down. Does most of his handiwork inside the paint. Pierre leading 8-3 as Ashley is in and out and back in again from long range. Taven Ashley, who had a big first half in Pierre 11 nights ago. A little more quiet in the second half scoring-wise, but he is certainly a scoring threat. 8-6 so far. Governors leading. We're 3.5 minutes in, 4.5 to go. Quarter number 1. Bush steps up to the left elbow, and given the time and the space to shoot, he'll burn you as well. 4-point Governor lead. Christian putting his first 2 down. Up ahead, Wilde wants another 3. That one too strong, and Bush has it tipped away, but Keenholz down with the rebound. Lincoln up ahead. He'll get reached in upon by Taylon Ashley. And this foul on the floor, first of the day for Jefferson. Tim Reck will send his first substitution in. Mason Riley checking out. Dawson Sexer is a 6-foot sophomore. On for the first time. Sexer actually was ill last week, so he didn't play against the Governors. There's a nice inbound. Matthew Hansen to Lincoln Keenholz with a leaner up and in. The finger roll good. The Governors off to a good start. 12-6. We're halfway through quarter number 1. You think of that good start they had at Sioux Falls Roosevelt last week. so far kind of gets that same feeling. Obviously, as we found out last week, a lot of ball game to go. Here's Year. Caden Year for his first. This one off the rim, but over the top of the backboard. That'll be ruled out of bounds. And nothing doing on that possession for the Cavaliers. Edmond will inbound. Mayer back to Edmond to get it past Year. Jackson up across the timeline, actually back to Mayer as he sets things up. Here's Hansen in front of the Jefferson bench. Inside high post, Edmond hounded. Back to Bush, steps up and hits a three. Christian Bush with a big shot down as the Governors are 3 for 4 from long range early on. A 9-point Pierre lead, 15-6. 3:15 to play. Hansen sticks a knee out and impedes the progress of Bo Giblin. Matthew Hansen's first foul. This one coming in the backcourt. Super important, as we talked about with Coach BK, to get off to a quick start for Pierre, and so far that has happened. But again, this is going to have to be a 32-minute trend as Wilde tries one over the top of Edmond. That doesn't come up roses for him. It's a Keenholz rebound. Governors with a 3-2 advantage, and Edmond misses the layup. That one rimming in and out. Ashley down with the rebound. Up ahead, and we'll have a foul called here. And this is a hard foul to call, in my opinion. Wilde's leaning in. Bush is trying to catch up, and Wilde, his body was almost 45 degrees. He was a little bit out of control, but ironically, if it wasn't for Christian Bush, Griffin Wilde probably hits the ground hard with no contact. Bush actually held him up. Commits the foul. Free throws here for Wilde, the first of the game. The first one is up and good, but Christian Bush has now picked up his second personal foul, and he'll have to check out. That after a nice little 5-point start for the big fella. Looking around, I guess I'm shielded. I'm sure that's Jet Zabel who came in first for Christian Bush. Well, Zabel on the left side of the lane. The second free throw no good, brought down by Lincoln Keenholz. Pierre with an 8-point lead at 15-7 at the 2:45 mark of quarter number 1. Mayer sets things up. Here's Edmond from Hansen. Jackson no good. Rebound kept alive from Keenholz, pulled in by Jet Zabel. And the arrow points to the Governors, so they'll get to keep this possession. And as Griffin Wilde checks out, David Jones, a 6'5 senior, good player off the bench, in for the Cavaliers. Jacob Mayer out for Pierre, as well as Jack Merkwan is on for the first time. Mentioned Jet Zabel in there, still Keenholz, Edmond, and Hansen. Maybe the top three for the Governors as Edmond tried to feed it back into Merkwan, but it's tipped and taken away. Up ahead, Sexer is blocked. No, a blocking foul to Jackson Edmond. Yeah, as free throws will be coming here for Dawson Sexer in off the bench. An 8-point advantage for Pierre. Jefferson with an opportunity to put a couple down. Sexer's first of 2 is off the mark, no good. Missed that one to the right. He'll try another one. Didn't look real comfortable at the line on that first attempt. See what he looks like here. Crouches, fires, in and out. No good. It'll be a Governor rebound as Zabel controls. Free throws, according to Tim Reck, and we remember, was an issue for both teams at Riggs High Gym Tuesday of last week. Here's Edmond at the right elbow to Zabel. He'll find Keenholz. Giblin on him. Lincoln with a fake and a fire. Shot up, no good for 3. Pulled down by Jack Merkwan, but then he will double dribble. Put it down once and picked it up, put it down again. Third turnover here for the Governors. 6 minutes in, 2 to go, quarter number 1. The Governors sticking on 15 here for the last couple of minutes. Passed a Year across the timeline. Give it off to Sexer, and now a reset here with Taylon Ashley. Center circle, and we're looking at the Cavalier emblem in the middle of the court, upside down. From the angle that we've got it here. Giblin underneath, might have traveled with it, got it back to Ashley, fires a 3 from the wing, no good. Jones tips it And Giblin down with an offensive rebound, but now Keenholz will take it away. 1-on-1, and he beats Talon Ashley to the punch and to the rim. Lincoln Keenholz with a big basket there. The Governors get off the 15-point schneid, now lead by 10, 17-7. Sexer on the right wing down to Jones, baseline, back out to Ashley. Quick swing all the way around to Year, now up top again. Year will get it back. Baseline left, Dawson Sexer. Up top, Keenholz almost got another steal, but Giblin comes away with it. Now a cheap foul here from Matthew Hansen reaching around, and Hansen will pick up his second foul. The Governor boys were here last night, and even though these officials have let them play so far, if they learned anything from last night, they're going to have to remember there's no need to pick up fouls well away from the basket. You might need them later on. Fresh shot clock here now for Jefferson. Hansen checks out. Ben Heisler on for the first time here today, 6'2 junior for the Governors. Here's Mason Riley. He's back in there, one of the starting forwards. Nowhere to go with it. Finds Year in front of the Governor bench. Merkwan defending. Switching off to David Jones. He picks up his dribble. Governors have the Cavs down to 10 on the shot clock. Governor defense doing well. Cade Kaiser doing a good job. Jones from the baseline, though, is good. Patient possession there for Sioux Falls Jefferson. They ran a lot of time off the clock, and David Jones off the bench gets that one to go. Pierre can play for the last shot here with a 17-9 advantage. 9 seconds to 8 and 7. Keenholz just going to pull up and hit a three. That one from college range. Keenholz for a long one. Ashley at the buzzer is good. Top of the key on the run, and he banks it in off the glass. Talon Ashley puts a charge right back onto that Jefferson bench, and the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's Pierre 20 and the Cavaliers 12. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre, and we'll take a 60-second timeout. Back with quarter number 2 here in the SoDak 16 in Sioux Falls on River 92.7.
Hi, I'm Steve.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Back at Sioux Falls Jefferson, a buzzer beater for Talon Ashley. Remember last week, Caden Year hit a half-court buzzer beater to close out the first half. And almost the same thing going on here. It's a 3-ball for Jefferson on the first possession of the second period as David Jones hits one from the left wing. 20-12 at the end of one, now 20-15, but that's 6 in a row scored quickly for Sioux Falls Jefferson as Cade Kaiser put the ball on the floor. And he is reached in upon by Mason Riley, who will pick up his first personal foul, only the second for the home team here. Governors have 5 fouls early on. As Merkwan has to push it in. He'll find Keenholz with a high pass there. Top of the key right side. Swings it over to the left. Here's Kaiser. Kaiser on the floor with it to Merkwan. Jack wanted space, didn't get it. Gets back to Kaiser here. Plenty of time on this possession. Merkwan up, high, short, off the mark too. Merkwan maybe forced that one as Riley with the rebound. Here by 5, first minute here in the second period. Governors led by 10 at 17-7. Now Sexer wants 3, and that one up no good. Edmond with a one-handed rebound. His second one was being held a little bit. As the Governors come back left to right, there's Keenholz for his second in a row. Three ball good for Lincoln Keenholz, who has 8 points. Make it 10 now. In the paint, lost by Wilde, picked up by Cade Kaiser, and the Governors head back the other direction. Left to right, on the move is Edmond. As he muscles it up, it'll score. David Jones will be called for the foul. There's what the Governors will need a lot of today, in my opinion. Jackson Edmond getting aggressive, taking the ball to the rack. He gets the bucket, he gets the foul, and he'll induce a timeout before his three-point play opportunity. 6:33 to play, quarter number 2, and the Governors open up a 10-point lead again, 25-15. Jackson will be shooting a free throw when we return. After this, 30-second timeout from Coca-Cola Bottling and Pierre. This is Governor Basketball.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey's specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
If you're hunting for those on the radio audience, Will Turman and that commercial from Fisher Rounds and Associates, little brother Gabe Turman is a state champion in the state of Nebraska as of a couple of weekends ago. Congratulations to the Turman family. Out of that timeout, the free throw missed by Jackson Edmond. Jefferson down with the rebound. It's 25-15. Governors lead. We're at the 6:15 mark of the second quarter. Brian Oakland, good to have you with us. We play on. A jump hook here for Riley is no good. Heisler there underneath to pick up the rebound. Edmond crossing over, picks his dribble up at the free throw line. He'll get it to Brecken Kruger. Brecken out of the timeout for the first time today, 6'1" junior. Here's Keenholz, survey. They double up on him. He'll get it to Kaiser. Now Kruger didn't pull the trigger from deep. Picks up the dribble here. Now Kaiser again with 10 on the shot clock. Tries to feed underneath to Heisler on the screen and roll, but the ball is kicked away by Griffin Wilde, and the Governors will inbound. And they'll add 10 seconds on the shot clock with that kicked basketball. It was down to 5. So now back to 15. Talon Ashley was out briefly. He's back in. David Jones checking out for the Cavaliers. Didn't think to ask Coach Shantiva Pruitt last night about Talon Ashley, but I know Pruitt's maiden name was Ashley. I don't know if they're brother and sister, but possible. Kruger for 3, no good. Kept alive, though, by Lincoln Keenholz, and the Governors get a fresh shot clock. Lincoln wants to drive. That one dribbled off, apparently of his own foot. A lot of traffic there in the middle. Didn't see how that one got so quickly out of bounds, but it'll be a Governor turnover. They're 4th here in this game, 25-15. They still lead by 10. Early on, here's Giblin to Year, to Riley, trying to go the other way to Wilde, down on the left block, but Jackson Edmond will tip it away out of bounds. One thing about last week's game, Jackson Edmond was still just coming off of that ankle injury that he lost 2 games to. Wasn't 100%. Don't know what his percentage would be on this game, but certainly looks a lot better so far. Year drives against him and will travel. Tried to pivot and spin around Edmond. Good job defensively for Edmond to shuffle right with him, and Caden Year, good move. A common basketball move, but maybe just did it a little too well that time. Third turnover for Jefferson. 5-5 to go, second quarter. You're looking to add to a 10-point advantage. Edmond at the left elbow. He'll spin. Pivot foot down. Jump hook up and good. Jackson Edmond with 9. Governors lead by 12 so far. Their biggest lead of the game. Under 5 minutes to play. First half as Giblin working against Cade Kaiser. Now Ashley has it on the far side up top. Puts things in motion. Giblin, quick fire 3 air balls as Kruger can't handle it on the other side. Oh, Giblin shot a little quickly on that one and missed everything. Riley checking out. David Jones back in after a break. 15 on the shot clock here for Sioux Falls Jefferson as they get it in from Giblin to Wilde. Underneath, Caden Year looking for his first points of the night. And he's going to try to get him from the free throw line. Jackson Edmond got caught up into the air, came down on top of Caden Year, and Year will go to the free throw line. But there's a big difference right there. Year, who scored 20 points last week, a week and a half ago against the Governors. First free throw up, it's no good. He's held scoreless so far. He's only attempted one 3-point shot on the floor. But Edmond picking up his second personal, going to have to check out. So now you've got Edmond, Hansen, and Bush, 3 starters, all with 2 personals for the Governors. Second free throw, Caden Year. That's in and out, no good. And then the rebound will be tipped. It'll go to Pierre. Wilde, the last to touch. Jefferson 1 for 6 from the stripe so far here in this first half. Kaiser to inbound. Matt Hansen back in for the Governors. He and Cade play catch back and forth to work it up toward the timeline. Now across with a second to spare. Here's Keenholz. Had some space momentarily to shoot, but he does not. Plays it patiently. Now Jet Zabel underneath. Good feed from Kaiser. And Zabel up and in for 2 on the right side. Bunny. The lead to 14 for the Governors. 29-15 now. As Wilde forced it inside. Gets it back. Out on the perimeter. Drives. Good job defensively, but a good finish there for Griffin Wilde. Fortunate bounce. Points numbers 5 and 6 for Wilde. He had 18 in the win over the Governors last week. Keenholz with a long two-hander out to Heisler. Now Ben Heisler in the lane as he tried to go double pump. And we'll have a foul here on Zabel. This is a good block shot. Good defensive effort by David Jones on Ben Heisler. Jones comes down with the rebound, and then Zabel clips him. That'll be the first personal for Jet Zabel, but we go to the other end, and Jefferson is shooting free throws. 7 team fouls for the Governors. Got 3 on the board for the Cavaliers. David Jones, who has 5 points so far in this one. A 1-and-1. Front end, no good. Zabel. Thought that might have been Jet who tipped it, but it was Wilde around Zabel. Zabel just shielded it. As Sioux Falls Jefferson continues to struggle from the line. Governors will be fine with that. It's 29-17. Pierre leads by a dozen. Here's Keenholz taking the handoff. Cavalier defense, or fans want some defense. Hansen with it left side up top. Switching off is Jones as he defends. Matthew Hansen will be given an opening, and he takes it up and in and lays it up and in with the left hand. Good bucket there from Matthew Hansen, but here come the Cavaliers quickly again. And a nice feed with Ashley underneath to David Jones. Point blank range, he's able to score. Jones with 7 points off the bench. 31-19. Hansen going to get doubled up, but he'll put the ball on the floor, and now he'll get a push. Hansen may have gotten bailed out a little bit here. Is that Jones or is it Year? I think it finger signals saying David Jones. No, I think the announcer said first. I don't think they put it up yet. We'll give that one to Caden Year for the time being. Here by 12. Here's Hansen on the right side. 2.5 to play. Turnaround shot for Keenholz on the right baseline is no good. Zabel battling with Year for the rebound, and Jet the last to touch. It'll go out of bounds. Pierre comes up empty on that possession. Now 2:24 to go. First half. If you draw any similarities from the good start that the Governors had at unbeaten Roosevelt last Saturday, Roosevelt played a great second quarter. The Governors went cold, but so far that hasn't happened here today. Governor fans hoping certainly that doesn't come to be the case. Here's Wilde on the baseline in a little bit of trouble. Kicked it out. Sexer quickly over to Talon Ashley. He can't get this 3 ball down. Kaiser with the rebound. Gets it all the way across and up the court. Keenholz with it now. Lincoln He'll fire and hit the three. There's a whistle as Benjamin Heisler hits the deck underneath the basket. The question here is, was this before the shot? Got to count the basket. They do. Three-pointer is good for Lincoln Keenholz, and there will be a foul against Ben Heisler underneath as Jefferson put him to the deck. Taylon Ashley has a second foul on the board. Pierre's going to get another possession now after that made three. Lincoln 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. He's got 13 points. Griffin Wilde checking out. Jefferson fans growing restless here in a very loud but very cool high school basketball gym. There's Keenholz underneath, and he'll be called with a charge on Taylon Ashley. Give and go. Keenholz to Zabel, back to Lincoln, roaming the baseline. Offensive foul, Lincoln's first personal. Wanted to go up high. I think Lincoln definitely wanted to throw one down there, but Taylon Ashley got caught in the way. Minute and a half to play, first half. Pierre by 15, 34-19 as Ashley down on the baseline. Gets it back, Bo Giblin. Now Ashley again. From the wing up top. Giblin looks right. Has to go back that way to Caden Year. High post Jones out to the corner. Sexer. 7 on the shot clock. Another pass. Here's Ashley for 3. That one in and out. No good. Zabel rebounds. Ashley with 2 threes, but 3 misses. And now a foul here has Keenholz on the floor at half court. Cavaliers are finding out that what was working in Pierre last Tuesday, same things aren't working so well here as Taylon Ashley picks up his third personal. Point guard with 3 for the Cavaliers. We're in the final minute of the second quarter. Pierre led 20-12 at the end of one. Here's Keenholz feeding underneath. Zabel is denied by Year, but he keeps it alive, and then the ball off of the heel on the near side, out of bounds off of Cade Kaiser. Boy, that was a great move for the Governors, but a better defensive play by Caden Year. He's had a rough offensive game, hasn't scored yet, but he just made a huge defensive play. Now he's looking to score inside, and he will. Ball rolls around a few times, finally falls on the assist from Dawson Sexer. Caden Year with his first basket. 34-21 Governors. Shot clock off, 20 seconds to play. Right now, Pierre's got to get a bucket down, but don't give Jefferson enough time to put a long shot up. They've done it twice now, once today, once last week. Keenholz having trouble with the dribble, and there's a kick of the basketball. And Jefferson the guilty party as Giblin had fallen down. He kicks the ball away, and Pierre will have 7 seconds left to try to get one down. Some of the crowd wanted a 5-second violation. Didn't look like Keenholz was really advancing the dribble very much. Kaiser will inbound from across the way. He finds Zabel. Jet fakes. Now Merkwan will drive, loses it, picks it up. Left-hander is up and good, and your first half will come to an end. Not pretty, but oh, so effective for Jack Merkwan with a left-hand reverse layup, and the Pierre Governors go into the halftime break with a 15-point lead on the Jefferson Cavaliers. The Gales Gas Service scoreboard reads 36-21. Pierre on top. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As we pause for 2 minutes, let's make it 3 minutes, and we're back for our Leiden & Associates Ameriprise Financial halftime break. You're listening to the SoDak 16, the Governors, on your official voice of Pierre Governor Sports, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Deal on your next ride. Get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit.
In livestock production enhances the income of their investor partners and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Doing field work is always easier with some good tunes playing by your side. That's why this week Grossenberg Implement is saving you 8% on all cab and fender mount radios. You put in long days in the field, so why fight an old radio that needs vice grips to tune in your favorite station because the button fell off last year? Come into any of Grossenberg's 8 locations this week and save 8% on all cab and fender radios. Find them in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, or online at grossenberg.com.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. Designbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventory and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision.
In Pierre, they mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
and Lady Buffs all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing. The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space in Dakota.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
In the first round of the state tournament. No reseeding after the boys SoDak 16 in AA. Washington has defeated Watertown 70-63 in a good overtime ball game. Actually, that went to overtime 54-54, so it seems to be a 16-13. I guess that's 16-9 overtime period, so a little bit of a high-scoring effort there for Washington, but they await the winner of this game. Couple more finals are in as Yankton has won at Aberdeen Central 47-44. Aberdeen finishes 12-9 on the season. Yankton improves to 13-8. O'Gorman with a 79-51 win over Huron. And other scores very quickly, some halftime scores to pass along. Brandon Valley, or rather Sioux Falls Roosevelt leading Sturgis 34-10 early second half. Sioux Falls Lincoln leading Brandon Valley 26-16 as they're underway in the third quarter as well. As are we now. The Comtech opening throw-in with the Governors of the first possession. It's a Jacob Mayer feed underneath the Jackson Edmond turnaround jump hook with the left hand finds its way home. Governors now in road black, moving from right to left here in the second half as you follow along on the live video stream at drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page. Our thanks to Live Ticket for giving us that. Here's Taylon Ashley with a floater up, no good, but Mason Riley off of the miss will put it back home without bringing it back down to the floor. First two up and in for both teams to start our second half of play, 38-23. Starting five out there for both teams. For Pierre, it's Mayer, Hansen, Keenholz, the guards. Touchy pass here for Mayer. Looking for Hansen cutting across toward the Pierre bench. Almost knocked off of Hansen by Griffin Wilde, but they say Wilde the last to touch. Of course, Edmond and Bush, the bigs, are still in there as well for Pierre. Keenholz will give to Mayer, right side. Finds Bush. Top of the key. Now Hansen. See how the Governors play it. Well, Hansen's going to fire and hit. 3-ball top of the key is good for Matthew Hansen. Was thinking maybe they'll play it patiently, but then Hansen pulls the trigger and burns one down. Biggest lead of the game for the Govs is up to 18 now, 41-23. Here's Riley. He'll find Bo Giblin. He wants the answer. That one's halfway down, and it's back out. And Ashley, with the tip of the rebound, will throw it off of the ankle of one of the Governors underneath, and it'll still be Cavalier basketball. Off the left side of the key. Right down here, we're looking on this end of the floor. As Jefferson moves left to right, Ashley tries to feed to Year down on the post, but leads him too far, and the pass goes out of bounds. Governor ball here. Turnover number 4 in the game for Sioux Falls Jefferson. It's been a pretty clean game turnover-wise for both teams. Here's Hansen to Keenholz. Hansen with a nice receive, reaching behind him with one hand to get it up across. Bush, high post to Edmond, feeds Hansen. No, too strong off the glass. Nice move there, great play, but Matty misses that one. Year going the distance. There will be a foul. Bush trying to demonstrate that he was straight up. Edmond came back from behind and blocked it away, but it was Christian Bush who is called for the foul. That'll be his third. So Taylon Ashley, starting point guard for Jefferson, had 3 before the end of the first half. Christian Bush picks up his third right away here in the second half, and Caden Year rims the first one, in and out, no good from the line. Bush will have to check out. Jet Zabel in. Zabel, the 6'2 junior. Played big in the first half. 41-23 here. Year takes a big old breath. Dribbles 3 times, fires and hits from the free throw line. 1 out of 2 there. 2 out of 9 in the game from the stripe for the Cavaliers. Lead back to 17 at 41-24. Mayer speeds it across the timeline. Gets it back to Keenholz. He will lean and score. Lincoln all the way on the drive after picking it off from Jacob Mayer. Governors up the lead again, 43-24. Year to Riley, back to Caden Year. Now Bo Giblin on the left wing. Taylon Ashley wants 3 in the corner. That will not go, and Mason Riley is over the top of Matthew Hansen for a rebounding foul. That'll be Riley's second personal. I think one of the most interesting things, aspects here of the second half is going to be seeing how Jefferson responds, being down by such a big margin right now. Dangerous pass. There is Riley picking it off. Now Hansen almost got it away, but it is a turnover by the Governors. Pretty good response on cue there for Jefferson. Here's Ashley to Year. Underneath Griffin Wilde, nowhere to go. Back to Year. He wants the baseline, leaning up and in, and he scores against Jet Zabel, who really was playing pretty good defense under there. But Caden Year with just his second field goal of the day. He has 5 points. Mayer with trouble at half court. Brianna Kuzler asking for a timeout. She will be granted her first of the day. Timeouts are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. Grab a Coke, have a smile. It's a 30-second break. The Governors are leading 43-26, 4:48 left in the third. We're back in 30 seconds on River 92.7.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Back at Jefferson High in Sioux Falls. Your Governor basketball sponsored in part by Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, the Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, and Rinky Gray Wealth Management. Also, Avera Orthopedics, Gateway Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, the Brittany Shufflebine Agency and Bank West. Here's a steal for Griffin Wilde. And a takeaway. And a breakaway. Out of that timeout, and Brianna Kusler needs another timeout. By the way, those were your Pierre Sports Marketing partners helping out our Governor Sports broadcast. Let's take another 30-second Coca-Cola break, and we're back with more Pierre Governor postseason basketball.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Well, back again at Jefferson. 2 quick timeouts called by the Governors. And suddenly, Sioux Falls Jefferson looking more like the defensive team they looked like in the first half, Tuesday night of last week, when they came into Pierre Riggs High and beat the Governors 64-54. And they look a lot like what the Cavalier girls were doing against the Governors last night, as Jefferson beat Pierre to go on to the state tournament. Pierre works it into Keenholz this time. Jack Merkwan is in off the bench. He helps it across. Pierre will set up. Jackson Edmond finds Jet Zabel, top of the key. The cutter is Hansen. Collision. Ashley is down for Jefferson. A 3 by Merkwan, no good. And an offensive rebound will send Keenholz to the free throw line as he misses on the way back up. Matthew Hansen and Taylon Ashley collided as Hansen was going for a pass that was floated up into the air in the middle of the lane. Both are back up now, but Ashley stayed down a little bit longer than Hansen did. Here is Keenholz to shoot 2, and the first one is up and good. That is his first free throw attempt of the day. And as Mason Riley checks out, and wondering if he was the one who received that foul, which would be his third. Second one for Keenholz at the line is no good. Couple of bounces, it bounds away. Caden Year down with the rebound. Pierre leads by 16. It's 44-28. SoDak 16. Edmond fouling Wilde from behind. Gets him on the head. Jackson maybe thought it was all ball, but there's one thing about it. You want to block a shot. If you're going to really go with a swat, I think more often than not, you're going to get called, whether it's a good play or not. Wilde at the stripe, hits the first of 2 here. Suddenly, in the last few minutes of this game, well, we still have 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Let's say in the last 2 minutes of game clock, as Wilde hits another one, this game's starting to turn into more of, I think, Jefferson's style of play. And the Governor's going to have to guard against that. They press, but Keenholz gets it to Merkwan across the timeline. Pierre had a 3-on-2, but Merkwan waited for everybody else to catch up. Now Keenholz with it, right side long on the wing. Picks his dribble up. Gets it to Hansen. The Governors will reset again. You'd like to see the Governors stay aggressive. Here's Heisler out there as well. Zabel underneath. Keenholz got pushed away. He gets it to go on the bunny from the left side. And there's a foul as well. Zabel lobbed it underneath for Keenholz. He got it up with a high receive. He came down with it and just tossed it up after he got pushed by one of 2 different people. Ball takes a couple of bounces, it falls through, and now a chance at a 3-point play. Free throw, good. Keenholz now with 6 in the quarter, 19 in the game to lead everybody. Under 3.5 to play, third quarter, updated score 47-30, the Governors still leading impressively. Governors starting maybe to realize their potential. Still got a lot of ball game to go. Dawson Sexer is in off the bench for the first time in the second half with it on the left wing. Ashley had an open baseline. Tried to reverse, keeps it alive off of the miss. Got caught under the basket a little bit too much. Here's David Jones with it, in off the bench. He'll get a leaner up, but that won't go, and the rebound is collected by Jet Zabel. Good effort there, even though not the cleanest of shot attempts for Jefferson. 2:40 to go in the third. Keenholz starts it with it to Merkwan, and as Caden Year goes for a steal, he runs over Jack Merkwan. And the Governors get a break here as Caden Year will pick up his second personal. Fouls coming by the handful here for the Cavs lately. They are up to 4 now in the second half. Pierre with 2 team fouls. Here in the third period, Keenholz will take the handoff out of the inbound to Jet Zabel. Zabel, the high post, feeding underneath to Hansen. He'll get it back to Merkwan. Shot clock got replenished. It's down to 20 now. Merkwan will bring it back out and reset. Dangerous pass, tipped and taken away. Griffin Wilde against Merkwan will score. Griffin Wilde with a couple of steals and breakaway layups. The Governor's going to have to pass a little bit better than that. Here's Hansen to Zabel. Now Merkwan back into the lane to Keenholz. He'll get blocked, and Keenholz, as Jones saves it, a near steal, but he threw it right back to Keenholz. Now Wilde up in the air, tips a pass. It's getting dangerous in the passing game here for the Governors. Sounds like we're talking football, but it's Hansen from deep, NBA 3, no good. It is basketball. Here come the Cavaliers. Jones will put it up and in, but they'll wave it off. A foul occurs on the floor as Matthew Hansen will give him a bump. But Matty going to pick up his third personal now. 15-point Governor lead, 47-32. Merkwan going to check out as Cade Kaiser, the 6'2 junior, is in. Ashley will inbound off the left side of the lane. Looking. He'll send it up top to Caden Year. Keenholz right there defending. Back to Ashley. Kaiser and Keenholz switch off. Here's Hansen going for a steal against Dawson Sexer. Doesn't get it. Now Jones at the high post. In the lane. He better get out of there. Sexer blocked. No. Ben Heisler with a foul. So Jefferson will go to the free throw line again, with 1:16 left here in the third. Dawson Sexer to the free throw line. He had one trip to the stripe earlier. Actually, he's been there twice. He's 1 out of 4. First of 2 here is up and off the mark, no good. Actually, he's 1 out of 2, or 0 for 3 now, I should say. On my stat sheet, I put 2 free throws down for Caden Year instead of, I put him on Sexer's line instead of Caden Year. But anyway, still a 15-point lead. Sexer will try again. Second one is up, and that one will roll its way down. First point off the bench for Dawson Sexer. That defense continuing to cause problems for the Governors as they press, but Kruger will get it across. That's Brecken Kruger in. Jet Zabel back to Kruger. 1 minute to play here in our third quarter. Now it's Kruger resetting. Lobs to Zabel, still up high. Kruger again, here's Keenholz. Turnaround, shot is up and good. Lincoln with the fadeaway from the free throw line. Up ahead though, Wilde will get one to go up and under Heisler. And now the Governors got beat down the floor again, off of a made basket. That is resembling of what happened last week, but right now leading by 14, 49-35. Zabel gets one from Kruger. He'll drive and score. Soft touch for Jet Zabel, who has his second basket. 19 seconds to play in the third. Cavs left to right across the timeline. Wilde spins on the baseline, back off of the left block. That's up and good. Governors have time here. 51-37. Now Kaiser across. Here is Zabel around Jones. Shot up too strong, no good. And we'll go to the fourth quarter. The Governors still with a double-digit lead on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It is Pierre 51, Jefferson 37. The scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre as we pause for 60 seconds in quarter number 4. 8 minutes to the state tournament for the Governors. Can they finish? We'll find out when we come back. The SoDak 16 and your official home of the Governors, River 92.7.
Recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Jefferson High. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Cavaliers have the first possession. And they set up Bo Giblin for 3. And he hits from the right side. Jefferson stepped things up on the defensive end in that third quarter. Governors so far have been able to withstand, but a lead that has been as big as 18 is now down to 11. It's 51-40 as Matthew Hansen has it down on the right baseline, and he'll be fouled on the floor. This might be Taylon Ashley's 4th personal, and it is. The Cavaliers don't need that. Still with 7:26 to play in this one. Team foul number 5 for the home team. Hansen finds Jackson Edmond. He'll lean his way in. Shot up, no good. Keno's tried to follow. Up in the air, that won't go. Edmond down with it. Fouled on the way back up. He'll go to the free throw line. The bunny didn't fall. But Jackson Edmond will have 2 at the stripe coming. As Caden Year picks up his 2nd personal. Edmond, first one's a big one. He got that one to go. Second one coming for the somewhere between 6'5" and 6'7" junior in the middle for the Governors. That went off the mark, no good. Rebound down to Mason Riley. The Governors lead by 12 at 52-40. Ashley fakes 3, and then there'll be a foul called. Tough break here for Edmond. He jumped to try to block a would-be shot attempt from Taylon Ashley, and he got his foot extended, and Ashley dribbled right into it, but just a sign that Edmond wasn't straight up. Now Jackson Edmond picks up his 4th personal foul, so as big as it would be for Edmond to be on the floor for the Governors, as it would be for Ashley to stay out there for the Cavaliers. Both have 4, although Ashley's still on the floor. Shot missed here by Riley. Kept alive by Year, but now Christian Bush will intercept a bounce pass on the baseline. Takeaway for the Governors, only the 5th turnover in this game for Sioux Falls Jefferson. Brianna Kusler asking for him to slow things up just a little bit. Hansen backs in, he'll give it back to Jet Zabel. Now Hansen again, 15 on the shot clock. Zabel in the half circle, gonna pull the trigger and fire and hit. Christian Zabel, pretty good mid-range shooter, able to get that one. Govs by 14, it's 54-40 or fight for Pierre. 6:20 to go, 4th quarter. Top of the key, Ashley gets it over to Giblin near side. Wilde back to Giblin. Year on the wing, he fires a 3 and hits one, his first of the day. Caden Year makes it an 11-point game, 54-43. Cade Kaiser to set it up for Pierre. Crowd wants more defense. Hansen comes to the ball, trying to get around Giblin, or rather Wilde, who's right there with him. Here's Kaiser to Keenholz now. Lincoln with 21 in the game so far. His pass will be tipped, and knocked away out of bounds at the Governor bench with 11 on the shot clock. Mason Riley out on the play stoppage. David Jones, the 6'5" senior, in. He's played well off the bench today. Kaiser has to inbound. First instinct to Keenholz, not available. Now to Zabo, back to Kaiser. Shot clock in single digits. Kaiser drives and scores. Great by Cade Kaiser as Jones was there to help out on defense. Kaiser kept it away from him, able to put it down, but now Wilde for three, no good. Keenholz up high, brings it down, and we have a foul. And it looks like Talon Ashley, depending on his reaction, has just fouled out of the game. Ashley may be in disbelief either with the call or with the fact that he's just playing the way he plays, and got dinged on a fifth personal foul. Talon hit two big threes in the first quarter, one of them to beat the buzzer from a long ways away. But he'll have to come out of the game. It's only 6 points that the Cavaliers lose in this game, but there's a lot of setup in the offense that goes through the point guard, Talon Ashley. Now it is Lincoln Keenholz to shoot a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. 5:27 to play. Front end here for Keenholz is good. Lincoln's 22nd point with room for more. He'll earn another. That is the 7th team foul for Jefferson. Pierre has been whistled on 5 times. Keenholz is good again. 4 of 5 from the stripe for Link. 58-43. The Govs with 4 in a row. Now back with a 15-point advantage. Here's Jones from close range. It's no good. Keenholz with a rebound. And the Governors are right to left across the barrier again. Right now, Pierre needs good possessions. Minimize the turnovers, as obviously Jefferson's going to be going for them. Here's Year reaching in on Hansen. Caden with his third. Matthew Hansen will go to the free throw line. And a 1-and-1 for him. Just outside of 5 minutes to go for the Governors. Hansen, big free throw here. No good. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. David Jones will come down with the rebound. Jefferson basketball, and we'll have a timeout called by Tim Reck. This is only their second timeout to use. 4:57 to play in this one. A full Coca-Cola break in the action. We'll pause for 60 seconds, and we're back in a 15-point Governor lead here on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
DMC Wear Parts is a proud South Dakota business providing high-quality wear parts for all makes and models of heavy equipment. We quote you direct from multiple manufacturers, cutting out the middleman and getting you better prices than the large dealers. We specialize in cutting edges for motor graders, loaders, snowplows, and more. We offer complete undercarriages for dozers, excavators, pavers, and skid steers, including rubber tracks. Click to visit dmcwearparts.com or call or text 605-840-8082.
Back at Jefferson as the Governors maintain a 58-43 lead, but Jefferson out of the timeout sets something up. And it goes to Caden Year. That's the guy they need and are going to need to come up big here in the final 4:42 of this basketball game. A stop and go, and Matthew Hansen leans in. And this one easy to see. That's a charge taken by Caden Year. Hansen's fourth personal. Actually, we're a long ways away from that one, but you can see Hansen going right at Year, who had his ground stood for quite a while. Good to be aggressive, but the Governors have to play more careful right now. As Jones with a good baseline drive will put it up and in. 4 in a row. since that break, and a foul called in the backcourt here that'll go to Bo Giblin. Griffin Wilde with a discussion with one of the officials making the call in the backcourt, but it was Giblin with the foul. I've only got that as his first. Actually, it'll be his second according to the board. Matthew Hansen back to the free throw line. So 4 in a row scored by the Cavaliers, back within 11. It's 58-47. The Governors have led this game by double figures since early in the second period. Actually had a double figure lead in the first period. First free throw rattles in and out, no good on the front end of the 1-and-1. Now Giblin on the drive is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Sounded like there was an extra whistle there. I think the officials might have to start calming people down on the floor here. Governors could be getting a little antsy. They still have a long way to go here. 58-47, and Giblin with 2 free throws could cut this to a 3-possession game. Oh, it's a 1-and-1. Nope, yeah, they did say 2 shots. Yeah, he was on the drive and in the act of shooting. So the first free throw, no good. 58-47 with 4:13 to play. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. Reminding us, if you drink, don't drive. This is Pierre Governors, SoDak 16 basketball. Another miss for Giblin, but 2 Governors couldn't control the rebound, and it'll be Jefferson basketball. Pierre Governor postseason basketball, your official home of the Governors, River 92.7, KGFX FM Pierre, a member of DRG Media Group. In and out for Wilde off of the inbound, got his own rebound, misses another bunny. Now Jones with an offensive rebound and a putback. And a foul. Griffin Wilde with 2 opportunities, missed them both, but there's David Jones with the 3rd time as the charm. Scores it to put it to a 9-point game, has a chance for one more here in a 3-point play. It is no good. The struggle continues. At the free throw line for the Jefferson Cavaliers. Crowd coming to life again. That was the 3rd personal for Jet Zabel. Now a 3rd timeout to be used by Brianna Kusler with 3:58 to play. A 60-second break in the action. We're back in 1 minute on River 92.7.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Back at Sioux Falls, Jefferson, a 9-point game, in a game the Governors have led by 18, but that was mostly back in the first half, early 3rd quarter. Now with 4:13 left in regulation, Jefferson has cut it to 9. But the Governors have the basketball as the crowd chants for more and more defense. Jackson Edmond has come in off of that timeout. He'll feed underneath. Hansen gets pushed away from the shot, and the ball will not fall. Taken down by the Cavaliers. Now Wilde in traffic, and we'll have a jump ball on the rebound here. The Governors have the possession arrow. Tough break for Matthew Hansen on that reverse layup. Got pushed away from the shot, but Cavalier fans booing. I don't know why. I mean, it was a clear jump ball on that rebound. Keenholz on the run, takes the inbound. Cavs maybe missed an opportunity there. Keenholz almost a travel. 3.5 to play. The Governors will back it out. It's Kaiser to set it up. Over to Keenholz. Bush, Edmond, and Hansen are in there as well. Keenholz fakes the drive down to the corner. He'll find Edmond again, but back out around the perimeter. 10 seconds to play. Bush to the corner to Hansen. Edmond now drives against Year. Feeds. Dangerous pass. Keenholz tips it back. 2 on the shot clock. Partially blocked by Jones rather. Hansen looking for a foul. Never got it. Year down with the rebound off of the miss. 3 minutes to play. 58, 49. Year for 3. Corner. No. Keenholz with the rebound. That one really would have blown the roof off of this place if Caden Year hits that one. Keenholz will fire at 3. Open, good! Lincoln Keenholz with a big shot. Right there, showing him how it's done. Now a Cade Kaiser interception of a pass. In the backcourt, 2.5 to play. The Governors lead 61-49, but it's a steal right back for Griffin Wilde. Cavaliers with it. Giblin fires from the wing and he hits it. 3-ball down for Bo Giblin, his second of the fourth quarter, and it's 61-52. And a timeout to the Cavaliers with 2:15 to play. It's a full timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. Let's take 30 here, and we're back with more SoDak 16 basketball and River 92.7.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Back at Jefferson, and for Bo Giblin, who I believe was scoreless in the game in Pierre, which Jefferson won 64-54 last week on a Tuesday night. He has hit 2 big 3-pointers for the Cavaliers here in this fourth quarter. Cavs have hit 3 threes from this time slot. And again, a big lead for the Governors has been whittled down to single digits once again, 61-52. 2:15 to play, Pierre basketball. And the foul situation has the Governors in the double bonus. Cavaliers will shoot one more, 1-1. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Roosevelt with a possession arrow. Cavs will provide pressure in the backcourt as Kaiser will inbound, but get it back from Keenholz. Tipped pass. Hansen gets it. Now up ahead, Keenholz. Bush with a pull-up shot. I think you need to take a little more time than that, unless you get a real high percentage effort. No good for Bush. Jones with the rebound. Cavaliers have it back. Wilde drives on Edmond with 4 fouls. Wilde will float one up and in. We've got a 7-point game. Keenholz up ahead. Hansen. He'll get it across. Hansen loses it. Wilde cut in front of him, takes it away. Up ahead now. Here's Sexer for 3. Keenholz blocks it against the glass. No good. Second chance. No good. Now Jones with the rebound. Oh, my goodness. Opportunities there. A great defensive play by Lincoln Keenholz. But they couldn't get it to go. Now another 3 here for Year is good again. Sioux Falls Jefferson. A brand new ball game here with 61-57 on the board and a Governor timeout with 70 seconds to play. Too many opportunities for the Cavaliers on these last few sequences if you're the Governors. And they're making it work. 30-second timeout here. Coca-Cola Bottling. We're back with more SoDak 16 basketball on River 92.7.
Scott Darnold. Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
And they trail only by 4. A huge possession here for the Governors. They'll inbound on their side of the scorer's table. Keenels to do the efforts here. They'll get it into Cade Kaiser. Governors need a basket right here, if you ask me. Kaiser picks his dribble up. He'll bounce it over to Jet Zabel. Zabel to Edmond. Top of the key here. Edmond fakes. Back to Kaiser. 10 on the shot clock. Bo Giblin defending Lincoln Keenels for now. Here's Edmond. 4 on the clock. He'll push one up. No good. Underneath, there is a Governor rebound and then a foul. And that is Jet Zabel who gets the keep alive. Huge rebound for the Governors here. Zabel is in the double bonus, as are the Governors, with this foul called against the Cavaliers. Crowd will try to get into his head. Tim Reck, in our pregame conversation, head coach for Sioux Falls Jefferson, said 2 things that win ball games: rebounding and free throws. Zabel misses the free throw here. Jefferson has missed a lot of free throws throughout this game, and last game these 2 teams played as well. Zabel will try another one. Lefty up and does not get the roll. 0 for 2. That's 4 in a row in the quarter. Missed by the Governors, and a timeout taken by Tim Reck. And the Cavaliers, that'll leave them with 1. The Governors have 1 to use. We're back after another 30-second timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. 39 seconds to play, a 4-point Governor lead on River 92.7.
Now, at DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
The Pierre Fire Department has a strong and proud history of volunteering for our community since 1881. We have some great men and women who are serving our community, and we are always looking for more quality volunteers. No experience is necessary, as we provide training locally. If you are looking for the next adventure and an opportunity to serve your community, volunteer today. It's as easy as calling 605-773-7401 to get started.
The shot clock. Right now, you're starting to talk about how many possessions you need if you're the Cavaliers in this place. It is a 2-possession game. They've been hot from the outside, 4 threes so far here in the 4th quarter. Bo Giblin, Caden Year. He wants another one. That one's off the mark, and he got put to the floor. Zabel turns around wondering, I didn't watch the shooter. I was watching the ball. Caden Year will go to the free throw line to shoot not 1, not 2, but 3 foul shots with 32 seconds left. Jet Zabel with the foul. It's only his 2nd. Year back irons the first one. No good. Caden Year now with 13 points in this game, 11 in the second half. 8 in the 4th quarter. 2nd free throw is good. We've got a 3-point game, 61-58, 32 ticks to go. This is a big one here, especially for the Governors. They'd love to be able to keep a 3-point lead. Caden Year, free throw, in and out. Rebound down to Wilde, put back, no good. Edmond has the rebound this time. Up ahead, Hansen will slow it up, and he is fouled. He cut in front of Dawson Sexer, who will be given a foul. Boy, Griffin Wilde, 6'2", he got up way high on that free throw miss by Caden Year. Took that offensive board, but he couldn't get the putback. Jackson Edmond with that rebound on the backside. Now, big free throws for the only senior with significant minutes for the Governors. Hansen, no, he rims that first one in and out. It will not go. 3-point game, 61-58. Another big opportunity here. Good. He got that one. That ends a 5-missed streak. The Governors lead by 4 from the stripe, that is. Here's Giblin. Governors cannot foul. That's Jones. Good. And a timeout to be taken, the last one to be used. Bo Giblin feeding David Jones, who continues an outstanding game off the bench for Sioux Falls Jefferson with 17 seconds to play. Final timeout. Let's take 30 one more time. Can the Governors finish? We're still trying to find out. They lead by 2 on River 92.7.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service expert.
Back at Jefferson High, 62-60. The Governors with their biggest possession of the season, coming up with 17.8 seconds to play in, well, how would he say it, Darren Boyle? Dare I say, regulation. Christian Bush will take an inbound pass. Cavaliers will foul immediately. Christian Bush will go to the other end. He's got to shoot 2 free throws. It is a double bonus. The Governors haven't made them with the greatest of ease here in the 4th quarter. Bush was brought in during that timeout, specifically for offensive potential. First of 2 is good. Christian Bush makes it a 3-point game again, 63-60. Cavs still have the possession arrow. Governors have 1 timeout left. Second free throw is good, and it's a 2-possession lead for the Governors. 16 seconds to go. Giblin loses the dribble, picks it up, finds Dawson Sexer. Traffic on the floor, across the way. Year for 3. No! You cannot foul in that situation, and Jet Zabel puts a hand up there, and Caden Year, who misses the 3, will go to the free throw line to shoot 3 shots again. Jet Zabel just trying to interrupt. Picks up his 3rd. That's the 2nd time, though, that Caden Year has been fouled in the act of shooting a 3-point shot. Zabel's checking out. Actually, was that his 5th. I wasn't able to keep track very much here with fouls, the way they don't put them on the board. But Edmond is back in. Year has to shoot 3. The first one is no good. 64-60. You know what can happen here. Well, I'm not going to say it. Caden Year, second one is good. We've got a 3-point game. Keenholz will switch to a low block spot. Caden Year makes it 64-61 with 1 to go. 3rd free throw is good. Governors need to get it in. They get it to Cade Kaiser. He's run over by Bo Giblin. So Kaiser, with now 5 seconds to play, will go the other end. State tournament berth on the line here. Jefferson in their first year of the program. Obviously a lot of Roosevelt guys. And all they've done is see their former classmates go unbeaten on the season. Kaiser alone at the line in Governor Black. First one, in and out, no good. Had a good shooter's roll, but it would not fall. as it bounces away. Do not forget about Jefferson's ability to make long shots. They've done it twice last week and this week. Second one for Kaiser, no good. Strange the Governors didn't line the lane. Here comes Wilde in the lane. Layup is good at the buzzer, and we're going to overtime. Griffin Wilde sends this one to extra time. 64-64. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's pause for 60 seconds and we're back for the overtime period. This is Pierre Governors SoDak 16 basketball.
Variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. ServiceMaster of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Back at Jefferson, there's one guy for the Jefferson Cavaliers who can make a play like what was just made, and he's the guy that made it, Griffin Wilde. A Comtech opening tip to start overtime, and Wilde off of the tip, which was tipped by Lincoln Keenholz to Jackson Edmond, reaches in, and Edmond right away will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Griffin Wilde on this game with 20 points now. And again, that big comeback. Jefferson outscored the Governors 27-13 in the fourth quarter. First free throw for the Governors here, and Edmond unable to hit. Fourth quarter, the Govs have now missed 8 free throws in overtime here as well. Second free throw is good. So the Governors strike first. It's a 4-minute overtime period. Obviously, Jefferson has the momentum here. It'll be up to the Governor defense to get a stop. Caden Year has it across the timeline, spins against Bush. Edmond goes up and challenges. It's a blocked shot. A big no call there for the Governors. Keenholz down with a loose basketball. Edmond has 4 fouls. Obviously got to be careful. Governors with it. Really their first possession of the overtime, and zigging when he should have zagged, according to Cade Kaiser, was Matthew Hansen. Miscommunication leads to the 12th turnover of the day. Jacob Mayer will check in for defense now in place of Cade Kaiser. Mayer hasn't been on the floor in quite a while. Kaiser upset with that misplay there. Pierre leads 65-64, 3:28 to go in overtime. The winner of this game will play Sioux Falls, Washington. Washington went overtime with Watertown earlier today and got a 70-63 win. They're the number 3 seed. Here's Wilde underneath, and Caden Year will score. Griffin Wilde with the assist. Believe it or not, the first lead of the game for the Jefferson Cavaliers. Backdoor cut, and Keenholz will slam it down. That's Mayer to Lincoln Keenholz, who puts the Governors back in front. 2-hand jam. A 1-point Governor lead. Now Edmond steps in front of a pass, knocks it away here on the near side, out of bounds. First slam of the game there, 67-66 Govs. 3 for Year, out of the end zone. It is good. And the Cavs lead again, 69-67. Caden Year has gotten hot at the right time. It's Jacob Mayer now. Hands off, loose ball, picked up by Hansen, and he'll get undercut here by Dawson Sexer, who will pick up a foul. Governors have been in the double bonus for quite a while. Actually, Jefferson is now too, but Pierre's been unable to hit free throws with regularity since the start of the fourth quarter. Actually a big reason why we're here in overtime. Hansen to shoot two, the first one is good. Matty normally a pretty good free throw shooter. He has 7 points in the game. One more will tie. We've got 2:20 to go here in the extra period. Second one is no good. Wilde controls the rebound. The Governors trail by 1. Both teams with 2 extra timeouts here, or 2 timeouts in the overtime. The Governors were left with 1 at the end of regulation. Here's Bo Giblin to set things up. He'll find Year in the high post. Underneath, David Jones mishandles it momentarily. Now Jackson Edmond will take it away. Steal for the Governors. Under 2 minutes, 1:50 counting down in overtime. Keenholz with 28 points will set it up here. He'll start to Hansen on the far side. Hansen on a bouncer to Edmond. Dangerous pass, Bush, and it's taken away here. Bush couldn't handle it. It was kind of thrown at his feet. Here comes a 3-on-2. Jackson Edmond with a clean block. Is there a whistle? Jackson had all ball on that one, folks. David Jones faked the pass. He wanted to take it up. Edmond in disbelief as he walks away. David Jones will go to the free throw line. That is the last thing the Governors needed. I think we had a pretty good view at that one. That one looked pretty clean, but Jackson Edmond going to have to come out of the ball game with his 5th personal foul. Now it's Jack Merkwan in his place. 69-68. David Jones will shoot 2 at the line. Jones has played outstanding off the bench today for the Cavaliers. First of 2 is good. Free throw shooting has been an adventure for Jefferson, but David Jones makes that one look easy. Puts his team up by 2 with a chance for one more. And this one is up and in and out, no good. There's Keenholz with a rebound. And I think if you're Pierre, you have to say, welcome to the Lincoln Keenholz show right now. Jefferson's going to know that as well. They stay in a man defense here. Here's Hansen. Goes against the screen, now comes back against it, and there will be a reach in on Jones. And if you're Jefferson right now you've got a 3-point lead. That's the last thing you need, is to put Pierre at the free throw line. Hansen will get 2 more opportunities, and Jones on really a ticky-tack foul for him. And that is his 4th. Hansen misses the first one. That's off the back of the rim. Free throw shooting. Obviously, in this kind of a situation and all this noise, it is not an easy thing to do. Hansen will try another to make it a 1-point game. It's good. 1:09 to play, overtime. Jefferson 60, Governors. Check it, Jefferson 70, Governors 69. 1 minute to play now. Time barrier broken here with Giblin to Dawson Sexer. Now back to Bo Giblin. Mason Riley is in underneath along with Caden Year. Here's Dawson Sexer for 3. No good. Rebound tipped, but it comes to Bush. Up ahead. Keenholz will slow it up. And we've got a whistle and a timeout called by Brianna Kusler. 41 seconds to play, 29 on the Governor's shot clock when we come back after this 30-second Coca-Cola break in the action. Time for a Coke and to catch your breath, but not for long. We're right back here in the SoDak 16 on River 92.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Jefferson, point guard, fouled out early fourth quarter. Jefferson made a big comeback in that fourth quarter without Ashley. Jack Merkwan inbounds. He finds Matthew Hansen. Here's Giblin defensively on Keenels. A matchup worth watching. Big possession here for Pierre. Here's Jacob Mayer. Left side with it. He'll get it back to Merkwan. Bush, the Governors clearly trying to get it into Keenels. Down off the right block. No shot available. He'll force one, and he will draw the contact. Lincoln Keenels will go to the free throw line. Shot clock had gone down to 5. Foul will be on Giblin. That'll be his fourth. A lot of Cavaliers with 4 fouls. Lincoln Keenels at the line for 2 big ones. The first one to tie is good. That is his 29th point in the game, and we'll have a timeout here taken by the Governors with 16.9 seconds left. 1 free throw for the lead to come back after this 30-second break. This is Pierre Governors SoDak 16 basketball.
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Back at Jefferson with Lincoln Keenels at the free throw line in a 70-70 tie basketball game. The key here for the Governors, make or miss, you've got to defend people like Caden Year and people like Griffin Wilde. If you are, again, the Governors, Jefferson has shown on several occasions now their ability to get late shots as the clock winds down. Wilde sent us to overtime with a coast-to-coast drive. Second free throw, Keenels is 2-3 bounces, no good. The rebound down to Jefferson. Year across the timeline, and they'll take their final timeout here in overtime with 10 seconds remaining in the extra period. March Madness. It's a thing in high school, too, and we're back after this 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. This is Governor postseason basketball.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey's specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre.
And how important they are. Jefferson has missed free throws over the course of this game. Complexion of the game could be different in their standpoint, certainly for the Governors. Same thing can be said. Pierre has gone 10 of 22 from the free throw line since the start of the fourth quarter. They led 51-37 at the end of the third. Now, they need to defend and keep Jefferson off the board, period. With 10 seconds to play, an inbound coming from Caden Year. At the scorer's table, they'll get it into the backcourt with Bo Giblin. Left to right across the timeline. Near side, David Jones. Now Griffin Wilde to Jones, 3 seconds, 2. Giblin from the corner on the run, no good, and we're going to a double overtime here. Bo Giblin, who hit 2 big threes in the fourth quarter, couldn't get that one. It wasn't really his best look, but he had to put it up. The Governors dodge a bullet, and we'll go to another overtime period after this 30-second timeout. You're listening.
All of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
To Jack Merkwant. So the Governors right to left across the timeline. Both teams scored 6 and 6 in that first overtime period. Here we'll have to play this one in its entirety. The rest of this game without Jackson Edmond in particular, out because of fouls. Jack Merkwant to the top of the key. Here is Hansen. Shot clock down to 12 as Hansen comes off the screen, backs it off again. Now Merkwant around Caden Year. Hansen fakes with a chance to drive, and he gets a push from Bo Giblin. So with 4 on the shot clock, Matthew Hansen will go to the free throw line once again. Giblin, foul numbers for him. Actually, I've got him at 5. I thought I saw him with 4 earlier, but he's got 4 on the board now. Hansen is good on the first. David Jones will check in. Mason Riley out. Riley, a good defensive player. Jones has shown the offensive ability so far in this game. He's had a great game off the bench, and that's not the first time I've mentioned that. It's not even the third time I've mentioned that. Hansen to go 2 for 2. That's good. Look comfortable on that one. Now the Governors take a 72-70 lead. Hansen will get to a pass and knock it away to the scorer's table out of bounds on the far side. First tie of the game was at the end of regulation. The second tie of the game at the end of the first overtime. But now 4 lead changes. Here's Year spinning, and his pass is stolen by Jack Merkwant as he wanted to kick out to the perimeter. Big steal for Pierre. Could be an even bigger basket or points if they can come away with some here in this second possession of the second overtime. Down to 3 minutes to play. Bush. Right side top of the key, down to Keenholz on the post. Lincoln battling in, short on the pull-up. And the rebound is down to Griffin Wilde. Here come the Cavaliers. Giblin crossing over and tripped up by Jack Merkwant. Bo Giblin will go to the free throw line. This will be Jack's first. By the way, Jack Merkwant, grandparents Gary and Twyla, happy 60th anniversary. Yesterday. 2 great people in the Pierre school system over the years. Just had that little moment. 72-70 though. Back to the free throw line go the Cavaliers with Bo Giblin as they use the towel to wipe some perspiration. Double bonus, of course, so 2 shots coming here. 2:46 to play. Second overtime. Giblin defensively has played an outstanding game. He hit 2 big threes in the fourth quarter. Cannot get a free throw here. He'll try another. With the Governors still clinging to a 2-point lead. Giblin again. Can't get, well, he did get that one. It went in and out off the glass and back in again. So Jefferson within one. 72-71. Merkwan crossed the timeline, kept his hand over the ball on a high dribble. Hands off to Hansen. Now Matthew out to Keenholz, far side. Waits for the screen, and it'll be a blocking foul on the floor here as Lincoln tried to go sideline around Griffin Wilde. But Griffin with the push to put Lincoln back to the free throw line. And Wilde now with 3 personal fouls. Everybody for Jefferson on the floor has at least 3 fouls. 3 guys have 4. Keenholz to shoot 2. First one is good. Wilde and Caden Year have 3 fouls. 4 fouls for David Jones, for Bo Giblin, and for Dawson Sexer. Free throw here for Keenholz is good. 2 for 2. The Governors lead by 3. 74-71. Game of the year. Are we wrong? I don't think so. Here's Giblin across the timeline. Half circle, gets it to Caden Year. Back to Giblin now. Keenholz defending Year, but it's been Giblin defending Keenholz on the other end. Now Sexer drives on the baseline, and a whistle. That'll be a foul on a push here. Benjamin Heisler, who came in for defense. Don't know if he really needed to do that, if there was much of a push at all, but Sexer will go to the free throw line as Heisler picks up his first personal foul. Dawson Sexer off the bench with a big free throw there. 2 for 4, 2 for 5 on the line tonight. With another big one coming. Pierce still leading by 2 for the time being. Second free throw is rattled home. And again, a 1-point game. 74-73. Jefferson has backed off on their pressure. That was one thing that really helped get them back into this game. As the Governors had trouble responding. Now a Merkwan pass is almost stolen by Sexer. He's asking for a second touch by Matthew Hansen. Won't get it, but Pierre maintains the possession at half court, near side. Sub coming in, Jacob Mayer, as Jack Merkwan will come out. 1:58 left to go. 24 on the shot clock here as Pierre inbounds again. It'll be Mayer to set things up. Giblin will meet him. Bounce pass to Hansen. Now here's Bush. Mishandled it, picks it up. Dangerous. Now close to the backcourt, and it'll be a takeaway. Sexer will lay it up and in. Trouble handling the basketball for the Governors as Dawson Sexer with the pickup and the race to the goal. 75-74. It's a lead change. I was thinking we were tied, but it is 75-74. Now the Governors trailing by 1. Here's Hansen. Bush fakes it, gets it to Mayer. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Heisler. Keenholz trying to get open. Bush lobs it underneath. Dangerous pass. Griffin Wilde interrupts it, and it'll be another takeaway. 1 minute to go. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Cavaliers leading by 1, 75-74. Giblin backs it out. They'll try to take as much time off the clock as possible. As Giblin gets it back again on a reset. Now 10 on the shot clock here. Giblin in motion. Year, top of the key. He lets Mayer fly by. Steps up and hits another one. 3-pointer for Caden Year, and the Cavaliers lead by 4. Brianna Kusler will take a timeout as the Governors get it across half court with 26 seconds left. Caden Year, he knew exactly what he was doing. He let Jacob Mayer fly by, and then he put the dribble on the floor, and he put the shot up in the air. He puts it home. 4-3. It is a 4-point Jefferson lead. 78-74. We pause for 30 seconds with 26 to go. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years.
Tell you what, from the fourth quarter on, maybe even about the last 2 or 3 minutes of the third period, this Sioux Falls Jefferson squad seems like a completely different set of five. A lot more like the first half we saw from them last Tuesday when they had about a 15-point lead at halftime over the Governors. They won that game by 10. The Governors led by 15 in this one at halftime, by 14 when we went to the fourth quarter. But now here in the second overtime, Pierre down by 4, 78-74. Gov's got to get it in. Hansen finds Bush. He'll get it to Mayer. Pierre needs a quick basket here. They need Keenholz to hit 1-3 ball. Off the back of the rim, no good. A second bounce. There's Heisler. Can't get that one to go. It rims in and out. Rebound to Giblin. And the Cavaliers are in great shape now. My goodness, Lincoln Keenholz with a great shot attempt. Off balance on the top of the key, Ben Heisler. He had the look, but that one rimmed in and out. It's amazing how they just don't go down sometimes. That was the case for Heisler. Now it'll be Giblin at the free throw line in a two-possession game. Jefferson at the free throw stripe with 11 seconds to go. Second overtime. Now it's Jefferson leaving the lane empty. Giblin rims the first one in and out. Here out of timeouts. They're going to have to go get a quick one here. It'll be a two-possession game either way. Make or miss. And the second free throw, no good. Keenholz with the rebound. Up ahead he goes. Pulls up for three. That's off the mark. No good. He ends up on the floor, and Jefferson with the rebound and the victory. Well, victory not yet, but it's academic here. 2.9 seconds to play. Apparently a foul on Jacob Mayer, as the official has to separate him from the rest of the bunch. It'll be Sexer at the free throw line again. What a comeback by Sioux Falls Jefferson. You never count anybody out in Class AA. Free throw here won't go. Mayer will check out. Kate Kaiser in for what it's worth, but 78-74 the score here. 2.9 seconds left. Sexert, second free throw is good. And that'll do it. Keenholz from half court. Off the back of the rim, and Sioux Falls Jefferson down by 18 at one point. Comes back and wins this one in double overtime. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard: the Cavaliers 79 and the Pierre Governors 74. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service and stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service. If you're a basketball fan, this is what March Madness is all about. It's a great basketball game, but the Governors will have to sit and stew over this one for about 9 months to come. In the first round of the state tournament, 2 weeks from this past Thursday, out in Rapid City, as they defeat the Governors by 5 in double overtime. Loss for the girls last night for Pierre, a tougher loss for the Governor boys here on this afternoon as Jefferson moves.
Team at Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all of their dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients too. Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all of your family's dental.
To helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products. Prosper. Choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient. Connected.
That dream a reality. Their trusted crew will manage construction of your new home from start to visit Kruger Contract.
Fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto,
Family Insurance, Life Mutual.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
It's the kid in green. It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports? Hearings Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the start to replay this game. See live sports on your phone or mobile device with
Well, sometimes games, the free throws they needed in the fourth quarter, and they gave up a coast-to-coast layup at the end of reg. That wasn't enough. A 6-6 even effort from both teams, but in that second overtime, Jefferson, with a couple more plays made, they outscore the Governors 9-4 in the second overtime period. It feels so bad for those who worked so hard to play such a great basketball game. What they were able to do and coming from behind the way they did, and obviously on their home floor in a loud gym, they get the challenge that the Governors put on them after that first half that saw the Governors play a lot like they did in the first half against Sioux Falls Roosevelt last week. But there's a mystique. I tell you, there is a mystique about Pierre basketball, Pierre sports, a lot of times playing Sioux Falls, and, go back to football, but basketball, volleyball, try as in the second half and all the way through overtime today, or at least in the fourth quarter. And it's for Sioux Falls Jefferson as well. Jefferson shot a poor percent victory for Sioux Falls Jefferson, but today, well, it was still a lot of close calls, but it isn't your day after all. Around that. Take a look at the stats in this one. Pierre led 26-21 at halftime. Jefferson in the third period still led by 14 at 51 a lot like they did last Tuesday, especially in that, which was up into overtime, but the Governors from the start of the overtime in that second half. Overall, I'm counting at still 17 of 31 in this contest from the free throw line as well stats, but still just not enough as Pierre loses this one in double O. Pierre 11 of 23 on the floor in the second half, 26 out of 40 because there was so much going on from the free throw line as it turned out. But still, Pierre shoots for a good percentage. They go 8 of 15 from long range today. And again, 17 of 31. Jackson Edmond, who fouled out of this game, will come in with 12. Matthew Hansen scored 4 points off the bench for Jet Zabel. He fouled out in this game. Jacob Mayer had the first 3 points at the end of the first half to put the Governors up by 15. The Jefferson Cavaliers. Why don't we take another 2-minute break? We'll come back, give you more stats. Back in 2 minutes with more of the postgame. This is Governor Basketball.
It's Tire Month at Beck Motor Company in Pierre. Up to $200 mail-in rebate on brand name tires. And Beck Motor Company is throwing in 4 free oil changes.
We're making a great deal better. Oh, every day. We're making a great deal better.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can have 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com. The crispy, classic, and paired with Texas toast and golden at DQ. Happy tasting. Go Govs Live is where you can find Pierre Governors Sports Online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all of the sponsors that help 605 Live. That's 8305 Live. Pierre Governors Sports.
Post game is back. If this one, as double overtime gives it to the Cavaliers. And the 2 overtime periods giving them, but they go 6 of 10 in the fourth quarter. It was very deliberate about what they wanted to do when they had the basketball. Get it to Caden Year, and they're more comfortable with it. It wasn't just Caden Year. It was Whitfence on Lincoln Kenols, despite the fact that Kenols scores 31 points in this game. But when the Governors lose Jackson Edmond and Jet Zaber, Bo Giblin put him on ice a little bit after that. And fourth quarter and overtime, Kenols was somewhat held to just 10 points. That was, keep in mind, that's in a 16-minute time span. So good job there by several Jefferson Cavaliers. And here's the thing, too. Jefferson was only 13 of 32 from the free throw line. You know, there was one point in this game in the second half, I almost thought you could just about go hack-a-shack with these guys. You know, I remember when teams would put Shaquille O'Neal at the free throw line just to watch. In the second half and overtime, and in fact, we're going to give him 19 points in the fourth quarter and overtime to top out at 24 in the game. Griffin Wilde with 20 points in this one, and then all single digits after that. 7 points for Bo Giblin, 2 big threes in that fourth quarter. Talon Ashley, who fouled out early in the fourth quarter, was a spectator for the last 15 minutes or so of game time in this one, and he finishes with 6 double-figure score in there. David Jones, and what a game he played off the bench. He finishes with 14 points. Mason Riley with 2 out of the starting lineup for Jefferson. 79-74, they get the victory. Governors have a rebounding advantage overall, 33-30, but it was a 13-7 advantage for the Cavaliers on the offensive side of things. Lincoln Kenols pulls down 13 rebounds to go with his 31 points in this one, and he didn't tally up individual counts rebounding-wise for Jefferson, but Caden Year did a pretty good job in that department as well. Pierre with 15 turnovers, as it turns out, and 7 of those coming since the start of the fourth quarter into the overtime as well. Only 8 turnovers by Jefferson. Very good ball game played there. 13-9, the assist advantage goes to the Cavaliers as well. 79-74, the final in this one. Got more coming up. A 3-minute timeout to bring us up to the naming of today's big plays of the game. The big plays are brought to you by the folks at Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. As we're back with more of our Family Dental postgame, you're listening to Governor Basketball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Finances, retirement, and investments can all be confusing. Even though we have access to an infinite amount of information, often there is a disconnect between what we should do and what we are actually doing. That's why at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, our team has devoted over 35 years to bringing clear advice about reaching financial independence. The information you need and how to apply it is as simple as calling Scott and I at 224-5959 or visit rankygray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Gateway Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre makes it easy when looking for a new vehicle. They get all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Check out new and used specials for additional info at gatewayfordtoyota.com. Nobody, and I mean nobody, beats a Gateway deal. Gateway Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue, Pierre.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Back at Sioux Falls, Jefferson, and tough ball game, obviously, for the Governors to chew on here for the next several months, as they'll lose it in double overtime, 79-74, and not an easy task for a head coach in this situation to come up and talk about it. But Brianna Kuzler, as tough as they come, Coach. My goodness, again, we're just talking off the mic about why we love the game of basketball, and as a fan with no ties to this game, we saw a great basketball game, and unfortunately it's just a tough one to be on the downside of, especially with the way it started and a double-digit lead at halftime.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, credit Jefferson for the attack that they kept. I mean, they kept their heads, and they never once settled for where they were at, and they certainly made it a game. But I mean, we talked in the locker room. None of these kids are defined by this game. They would never want to be in another locker room with any other group of kids. I've said it since day one here. We have not just really great basketball players, we have phenomenal people, and that is something that we're really, really proud of. They're still phenomenal people, and they're still great basketball players. And this is the type of loss that it ends our season, of course, but it's got to be fuel, and that has to be channeled into motivation for next year. We made a lot of progress this year, and while it might not have been reflected in your record, 9-12, I mean, I don't think that's where any of us wanted to be, or maybe we thought we were. But with those 12 losses and even with those 9 wins, there was so much growth that happened, and that's something that we have to continue to. Coaches, players, everybody has to continue to fall back on. Is we're not settling by any means, but you also have to accept that, I mean, growth isn't just something that happens overnight, and you're going to go through adversity. And I'm just really, really proud of the way that our kids handle adversity. They're, again, still phenomenal kids.
You talk about fuel, and basically the fuel I think that you're talking about is pretty much everybody had to stand out here and watch Jefferson get this state qualifier plaque, and then their fans rush the field, the court, and celebrate around them. Then they're up there cutting the nets down and things like that. Pierre became a team that nobody wanted to play. I'm sure of that. In the SoDak 16, Jefferson withstood the challenge. Now maybe
absolutely, that certainly will be the fuel that we need to ignite that fire. If we need, they're not settling for good enough. They want greatness, and just your regular fan doesn't get to see. But I'm so very proud of the embrace that these kids have had all season. There was a lot of change that took place this season, all legacy, and I mean, we could go on. They have made me a better person. They've made me a better coach every single day that I've had a chance to be in the gym with them.
Well, I would have asked you about them later on, I guess, in this conversation. But since we brought it up, now Matthew Hansen obviously has been a big part of this program on the floor. Explain the role of Dimitri Scares-the-Hawk on this team. I mean, he's been a guy who's been there. He's been on the floor a couple of times this season, but just a guy that knows his role, among other things, and just a great teammate all around.
Absolutely. He is the epitome of a great teammate, and he came every day, and he ended up earning a jersey in the middle of the season. He didn't start with a jersey, and we had told him what he needed to do in order to possibly, I mean, there was only the possibility of earning a jersey, and he came every single day, did what we asked of him, and continued to jersey or not, and that tells you everything you need to know about that, about Dimitri. And, both of these kids are going to go on to do phenomenal things just because of who they are as people. And again, they're certainly not defined by anything, but I'm so proud of their effort in practice, in games, especially Matthew Hansen. I mean, he showed a ton of growth from a leadership standpoint, and that's not easy to do as a lone senior, trying to corral a bunch of yahoos out there at times. But you really saw the growth in his poise and his composure, and that's something that, I mean, he's going to carry on into his life, and for that he's going to be so successful, as if he needed anything else in order to be successful. But again, both of those kids are two that, for me to start out with two seniors like that, I could not be more fortunate to have those for my first year, and it's disappointing that we couldn't get this for them, and it's very sad because the hurt that they're going through, and the game of basketball is done. But we talk about that a lot. The game of basketball you learn a lot of lessons in it, but all it is and ends up being is a game, and it does end someday. And again, those kids are going to go on to be very, very successful in everything that they do.
Right. Well, this game started out a lot like your game at Roosevelt last week. I mean, the offense was in gear. The shots were falling. You're hitting some outside shots, and great things were happening. But then there was somewhere in that point, late third quarter, it suddenly, after a timeout, Jefferson looked a lot more like the team that we saw last week in the first half. And what did it feel like? What were the concerns, I guess, at that point on the bench and among your staff there?
I think you knew that they weren't just going to fall over by any means. They were going to come back and fight and battle, because they weren't going to let us just walk away with an easy win here. Rushed a few things down the stretch instead of understanding time and score, but that's on me. I've got to make sure that they are aware of those type of things and keep. When we've got an attack, even though it looks great, we might need to pull that ball out, and that's just understanding, and that's again on me as a coach to make sure that they are prepared for that. But again, you could point at many different things that happened throughout the game, but there was no one moment there's no one play that makes or breaks a game. It's a combination of a lot of things, and tonight. They were one possession better than us, and I mean, our kids battled for 40 straight minutes, and we talked about putting together 32 complete minutes, and really, I mean, we were on pace to do that, and but we put together about 39 minutes and 30 seconds, and you know what? I'm very, very proud of that effort.
Coach Reck told me before the game. Actually, we talked yesterday, played it back today, but they didn't shoot free throws very well in that first game. Otherwise, maybe a 10-point win would have been a little bit more for them. Unfortunately, down the stretch, they're one possession better, but I guess they were just one free throw better. And you hate to see a game come down to that, but that is kind of what this game is all about.
Yeah,
and that just didn't happen for the Governors today.
Yep. We've talked about free throws a lot this season, and they're very big influence in the game of basketball, and we're going to be better next year with free throws. So.
It's so much easier said than done when you've got all this. I mean, this is the loudest gym in the state.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, what a great facility they have here, but
definitely designed for a reason. I mean, this was a great environment. We told the kids before this is state tournament, I mean, I still firmly believe that we did the right things. The kids have they were prepared. They played with a lot of confidence, and again, you can look at all these different things, a turnover here, a missed free throw here, but at the end of the day, the effort that they showed from tip-off to the end of the game was something that we'll be very proud of for a long time.
So we're left to look to next year.
Yep.
Unfortunately, next year starts
Get
tomorrow.
back to work.
That's the sports adage, but the promise that you've got, and we talked with Coach B about this same thing, but it's so much more true, I think, for the boys. You're coming back with the best set of athletes in a junior class that'll be seniors next year. And, everybody in Governor Green can't wait for next year, unfortunately. We have to wait for next year. So what do you think about what's to come?
It's absolutely something to look forward to, and by no means did we ever want to think ahead to next year before this season was done, but it certainly is. There's very few teams out there. You look at Roosevelt, they have 10 seniors. Well, we have one that played considerable minutes. So we're talking a couple sophomores and a lot of juniors that got considerable experience this season and showed a lot of growth on and off the floor, and we'll look to continue to progress this off season and get back to some obvious things, and then but at the end of the day, again, very, very proud of everything that these kids have done. We love them so much. I love each and every one of these kids, and I'm very proud of them.
You have become a jet setter, so to speak, yourself here, and I didn't want to get into it, but I really wanted to poke fun and say, how does it feel to be the first female to lead a boys basketball team to a state tournament? I can't ask that, but
no.
your impressions on year number one as a head coach.
A lot of growth, and I knew that coming in, that I'm so very fortunate to be surrounded by the coaches that I am. They've challenged me to be the best I could be every single day. They made me a better person, a better coach. Same with these athletes that I had the opportunity to coach as well. Again, it was a lot of learning, a lot of growth, and but wouldn't be anywhere else that I would want to be than in Pierre.
So you're hooked.
I'm hooked.
For years and years to come.
Let's hope so.
Coach, proud of you. Great effort
Thank
today.
you.
Great basketball games. Thanks for all of the great moments up and down this year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate all you do.
Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, Govs fall in double overtime today, 79-74. We still have big plays of the game, and we're going to start with that. They're brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Let's hear from Hermanson Endodontics. We'll talk about big plays when we return with more of our Governor postgame.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Well, Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre, the big plays of the game, and it's hard to pinpoint one specific play, but you kind of turn to the shift in the defense and just the energy that Jefferson brought. Looked a lot more like the team that we saw a week ago, especially in the first half at Riggs High Gym in Pierre, and that was kind of where the turning point was. But even in that fourth quarter, it was 6 threes in the fourth quarter in overtime, and I'm going to estimate 4 of those, I believe. I'm pretty sure now, 4 3-pointers by Jefferson, 2 from Caden Year, 2 from Bo Giblin that really got the offense going. And once that happened, this offense really started clicking. But I think the biggest play in the game just has to be the Griffin Wilde coast-to-coast layup, as Pierre missed a couple of free throws with time winding down. I can't remember how many seconds there were, maybe 5 seconds. But Wilde fast enough to get down the floor. The Governors didn't want to foul him, but I guess it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. But they do kind of let him go. And Griffin Wilde made a heck of an acrobatic dipsy-do layup to force overtime. At the time, it was 64-64. And to me, that's the biggest play in the game. Obviously, with the momentum that Jefferson had, you knew the Governors were going to be back against the wall on that one. Comes up with the win in this one. But big play of the game, that game-tying layup at the end of regulation for Griffin Wilde, brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Fort Pierre, let's hear from them, and we'll come back and award some post-game honors here. And the SoDak 16 on River 92.7.
The campground, hunting the fields, fishing the waters, Cowboy Country Stores are ready for you. Feed the family while on the go with delicious food. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffee, regular and breakfast pizzas, Federal Bird stands, convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken on Euclid and Harrison in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Well, the players of the game on the Governor's side, certainly a great 31-point, 13 rebound effort from Lincoln Keenholz here today, doing everything he could do. You've got Jackson Edmond with 12 points, Matthew Hansen with the 11. Edmond fouling out in this one. And, fouls were a big deal last night for the Governor girls. They turned out to be a big deal here, but there was an awful lot of whistles called, blown in that fourth quarter and overtime. It was just unfortunate that that the Governors lose one of their best players to fouls, even though Roosevelt did as well, losing Taylon Ashley early in that fourth quarter. But good efforts there. Christian Bush played a pretty good game, hit some big baskets, and just another good all-around effort here for the Governors, despite the losing cause. But, of course, for the Jefferson Cavaliers, things started with the Bo Giblin defense. Got to give credit to David Jones, the way he played off the bench in this one. If there was one constant for Jefferson today, I think it might have been David Jones, who was when Jefferson was trailing the Governors, especially by double digits for much of the day. David Jones was playing really well. Griffin Wilde was kind of held in check, only 6 points in the first half. Caden Year with only 2 points in the first half. But then Jones kind of keeping them at treading water, so to speak. But then Griffin Wilde and Caden Year both show up in the fourth quarter in overtime, and I can't remember which of them. I think it was Griffin Wilde, the player of the game last week, with the way he played. But Caden Year and the shots he hit, and especially I think the one dagger that he hit was the one where he let Jacob Mayer fly by, put a calm dribble on the floor, and then he pops a three from the top of the key, and that was the one that gave Jefferson a 4-point lead, 2-possession lead in the last handful of seconds in that game, and that was the final dagger. So Caden Year, the 6'6 junior, our player of the game. We'll get him a T-shirt noting his accomplishments, sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre. So Jefferson will move on to take on Sioux Falls, Washington in the first round of the state tournament. We'll take a final 2-minute break. We'll come back and we'll give you all the scores that we have in this one and set you up for the state tournament as well, which the Governors will have to stay home and watch, unfortunately, after this double overtime loss. Back in 2 minutes on River 92.7.
Health, happiness, and home. Hi, this is Tara Sunshine of Kathy Sunshine Properties. We have moved. Visit us at our new office, 301 West Capitol Avenue. We look forward to helping you with all your real estate needs. Our office has been successfully serving the buyers and sellers of the Pierre Fort Pierre area for over 47 years. Our team has extensive training in the real estate field, and it's our goal to provide you with superior service. Contact me, Tara Sunshine, at 605-224-5588.
Hey, it's the Old Top Gator here with Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Ready to try something new and tasty? Pop on out and try Gators' new Eastern Indian Curry Chicken Pasta or Pizza. An aromatic bouquet of an amazing flavorful sauce, accompanied with our gourmet garlic chicken, Parmesan cream sauce, then topped with fire-roasted peppers and onions, and then grated Parmesan cheese. Spice level is super low on this item. Gators has dine-in, carry-out, curbside pickup, or delivery through DoorDash.
Gotta go to Gators Pizza Pasta Subs.
Now you could book flights from Pierre Regional Airport through United.com and American Airlines. If traveling to Denver, schedule your flight at DenverAirConnection.com. Avoid the crowds, enjoy free parking, and no driving when you fly from Pierre Regional Airport. In the time it takes to drive to Murdo or Gettysburg, you could be in Denver. One-way rates as low as $59, 50 passenger jets, and a 1-hour direct flight to Denver. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport.
Wagner Auto Company, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre, is your transportation headquarters in central South Dakota. With a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at WagnerAuto.com. Experience the Wagner Auto difference for yourself by letting them help you with your next set of wheels. Wagner Auto Company in Pierre.
Back at Sioux Falls, Jefferson, our Family Dental postgame continues for one more segment here to close out not just this game, but, the season for the Pierre Governors as Sioux Falls Jefferson in come-from-behind fashion defeats the Governors 79-74. Here are the other scores that have gone on in SoDak's 16 games so far today. Top seed Sioux Falls Roosevelt with a 57-19 win over Sturgis earlier today. Yankton goes up to Aberdeen, gets a win. The 9 seed beating the 8, 47-44. So the Bucks are back in to the state tournament without Matthew Moores this season. Second seed O'Gorman is a 79-51 winner over the Huron Tigers, and Sioux Falls Lincoln defeating Brandon Valley 47-40. Harrisburg beats Spearfish 85-46. The Tigers are into the tournament, and Mitchell right now, the only game that's still going on, has Mitchell leading Rapid City Stevens by the score of 22-21, and that game is at halftime at the Corn Palace. Sioux Falls, Washington was the first game done today. They went overtime with Watertown, who was the upstart. It was 54-54 at the end of regulation after Watertown hit a late three-pointer to send that one to overtime, but Washington better in the final 4 minutes. They win at 70-63, and Washington will take on Sioux Falls Jefferson 79-74, winners in double O over the Pierre Governors. And again, girls state tournament, which comes up next week. We'll have Sioux Falls, Washington against Jefferson in that one. That's a 1 versus 8 seed. O'Gorman against Lincoln, a 2 versus 7. Stevens and Central in Rapid City, a 4 versus 5. Brandon Valley, the 3 against Harrisburg, the number 6. That starts on Thursday out in Rapid City. Well, basketball has come to an end for the Pierre Governors, and we do have more high school basketball, though. There's still SoDak 16 action coming up on Tuesday night for area teams. The Stanley County Buffaloes beat Chamberlain last night, so they are in the SoDak 16. They're the 15 seed. They'll take on number 2 St. Thomas More from Douglas High School, actually, in Box Elder. David Burrow will have the call on that one on KGFX on Tuesday night. It's a 7 o'clock tip-off Central Time, as I understand, in the 6:30 pregame. Potter County is into the tournament, as we'll have a game with them on KMLO-FM, and the Lyman Raiders are into the SoDak 16. Their game will be on KPLO-FM, and White River also with Lower Brule as well. A couple of other Central South Dakota teams with interest that we'll be following, and hopefully seeing them moving on to the State B basketball tournament. Maybe more coverage on other stations of DRG Media Group. And maybe we can put something together here for River 92.7 as well. We do have coverage of the State B girls basketball tournament featuring the defending champion White River Tigers on 94.5 KPLO, starting with their first game, which will be the second game of the day on Thursday, in Watertown as they take on Corsica Stickney in that one. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all on our way to and from high school sporting events to think twice in case of ice and slow down and, look outside. That's exactly what we've got here today. So slow down, buckle up, and drive safely if you do drive today. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. I have not made that decision yet whether we are coming home or not. We'll find out. But we will. Wish you the best to the rest of the off-season. The basketball season has come to an end for the Governor girls and boys. Girls lose here at Jefferson 52-38 last night. The boys in gut-wrenching and heartbreaking fashion, a double overtime loss after an 18-point lead at one point, 79-74. Heather Williams has been there in studio. Caleb Brozick at side all season long here with our live ticket coverage, live video streams, which are available on demand as well at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. Also the DRG News app. This is a good one to rewatch. Just, you may want to turn away if you're a Governor fan before the end of regulation, unfortunately. For all of those who have helped us out, for Pierre sports marketing sponsors, sports marketing partners, And, well, a big thanks to you as well for joining us throughout the season. We will have state track meet coverage on KGFX when that time comes as well. But listen and read more from what David Burrow puts on drgnews.com and our station Sportscast as well, with more coverage of Governor Sports coming up in the spring. Until we meet again, Brian Oakland for DRG Media Group Sports. Your final score in this one is Sioux Falls Jefferson 79, the Governors 74, the win for the Cavaliers in double overtime. Have a great rest of this weekend and enjoy the tournaments, everybody.